So hello everyone and welcome back to my stream. आज क्या हो रहा है? I will tell you. So आज we all know it's the finale, ठीक है? But what you don't know is that I have to go somewhere. I have an appointment with Sue's doctor. So yeah, I have to like leave ASAP. So as soon as AORUS goes live, I will just put the match here. So I'm expecting people to show up anyway, and I don't know, like the game. And I mean, it's the grand finale, guys. Come on, please take care of the chat. Be friendly to each other. Sab kuch. While I'm away, I will try to join by the last game because I don't want to miss it. Like I want to come back जब last game चल रहा होगा I think because it is best of 3, so I'm hoping that I'm back by that time. So क्या कर सकते हैं, appointments you can't really do shit about it. And those who are joining, those who are watching, please do hit the like button, and yeah, keep hitting the like button even when I'm gone. Hi Rich boy. So I just had like last few minutes here, so I thought like why not come up here and talk to you guys जब तक मेरे पास time है. So oh, they are live, so yes. So good. Yeah, Who knows, you might come back sooner. Yeah, so let's hope that I do come back sooner and all this thing ends soon. But pata nahi. But yes, enjoy the game on my behalf. Like, because I won't be able to see the last game. I guess I'll just rewind my stream and watch it all again. Jeez. So this is it. I'll just put it on for you all. Where is it? Does it show? Is it showing now? Is it? Nahi. No. Let me add it. Facebook. Done. Come down. Done. So yes, wait. Ek last thing. Yeah. So yes, this is it. So I will have to go. Hope you guys have fun during the whole grand finale. And also let me just check on the chats, because if I move this, chats bhi chali jayenge. I mean, like the whole video will go haywired. Jesus Christ. ठीक है भाई. Hi Harsh, hi Pratik, yes, hi to you too, and I have to go, so bye bye. Hope you guys enjoy the whole match when I'm gone. So yes, bye bye, and there goes nothing. Bye guys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Showstopper Series, Women's South Asia League by AORUS and Intel. My name is Ranjit Mamba, Senior Patel. Alongside me, I have the lovely Shreya Prasad. And Shreya, this is what it all comes down to. This is where it all ends. The grand finals happening today, and obviously one more match, which is going to be the third place decider. And a lot of excitement, a lot of speculation as well, because two of the best teams who've made it to the grand final, Shooting Stars versus Rain, which is going to be a epic battle, but also the third place decider, which once again is going to be pretty exciting as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely say one thing for sure. I have been eagerly waiting to see how this match goes ahead, and very. Ironically, I got a chance to talk to some of the players of Team Rain right before the match. I mean, not right before the match, but right before I got on to cast, obviously. And they were talking to me about how they are very well prepared and how they're going to go in for the simple puggish playstyle as they always do. And I'm not surprised. I mean, so far, obviously, those guys, they don't have that much of, I would say, coordinated plays per se or like strats written down, but they play it mostly on that, puggish sort of a playstyle and it works for them. So, again, I'm really excited to see how the best of three finals go ahead because Shooting Stars, they have had a very impeccable performance throughout the tournament. I mean, Casper, Snack, and some of those other girls in that team have been performing at the top level right now. And I would definitely say that I expected this team to match up eventually, but in the finals, well, that's a completely different story. A whole other, I would say, piece of meat kept at the stake because, again, this is going to be a very intense match. And let's not forget the fact that we also have a best of one to decide the third place winner.
Oh, yes, we do. We do have a third place decider matchup, which is going to be Shooting Star Legends versus XLE Wasabi. And both of these teams have proven themselves. And the fact that they made it to the top four is a testament to their own skills. So that is going to be exciting. But obviously, the eyes are going to be on the grand finals, the best of three finals versus Rain and Shooting Stars. And we always talk about all these players who are really flashy, go out there, get the kills, Muffin, Sway, Snack, Casper. Sure, but we do forget the players that actually keep these teams together, like Zach or Maharani, because these players are just as crucial, if not as flashy. Because hey, while you guys can go out there and get those frags, but there has to be a very fine balance between aggression and holding your ground, and I believe that these players are just as important.
Yeah, of course they. I mean, every single player in the team has a huge role. I mean, of course, CS. Back in the CS days, we had very simple roles. You entry, you support. That's about it. End of the story. You die. Hey, it's not that big of a deal. But every Asian has such specific abilities. So if your Lurk dies, your Cypher or Killjoy dies, you're like, dang it, we have no Lurker. That's gonna affect the way that the round goes ahead, and vice versa. I mean, any agent that is going to be off the server, it's going to be affecting the playstyle and how they're going to be going about it. So the factor is that irrespective of who comes up with the top scorer on the on the leaderboard or whatever it is, it's still going to be all of them coming together as a unit to perform the way they are. But let's pretty much jump into Ascent again. Shooting Stars versus Wasabi Sirens. Well, Ascent definitely is a favorite for all these girls right now.
Ascent is definitely the hot favorite in the tournament. I believe Ascent has also to be the map which has been played the most, because more often than not, we've either seen Ascent, Bind, or Haven, and very rarely we get to see something like an Icebox being thrown in over there. So, no doubt this map is being played a lot. And I'm still waiting for Breeze to become a part of the competitive circuit. And that is going to be really, really interesting to watch.
Yeah, today I was actually going over some strategies on Breeze, and I learned quite a thing, like a quite learned quite a lot. And I love how people and in my team have already started adapting to the new changes that are coming in a couple of days, if I'm not wrong. So again, this is such an exciting thing, and the fact is this is probably the tournament that's ending at the right time without having these drastic changes being made to the agents. So well, the finals are here, and I'm pretty sure that we're all excited to see what the results of these finals, and of course the third place winner, who is it going to be. But again, I mean, Mamba, any expectations from today?
A lot, actually. I want to see a close matchup, no doubt about that. We'll hop into the game as well while we talk about this. But no, I have a lot of expectations, no doubt about that, because all these teams have proven themselves. I say this time to time, again and again, that these teams, these players have a lot of caliber, a lot of potential, and all the mistakes they've made in the tournament up to this point are going to be rectified, no doubt about that. And we might see something fancy even in the first game itself.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, we know that Wasabi Sirens, they have had a pretty decent track record of fragging out when Hika is on top of a game. But this is going to be one of those times where we're going to be seeing a different performance, hopefully coming in from both the teams. And now it seems as though a B split is coming into pursuit here with 3 players positioned in towards mid with 2 on the B bomb side. Well, the utility usage has to be on point, but Pixie manages to get a double there. Will get traded out, but with the 3v4 now, it's going to be boiling down to just a 2v4.
That is true indeed. And well, for now, we're going to wait it out and see Panafam walking towards B-bombs that she could have a flank to work with. But the question is it going to work out? And I don't think these players have any idea that the Jet has actually creeped up towards B-bombs. So this could be massive. This could be absolutely devastating for the defense. And can Panafam get one frag? Well, that is when the question has given away her position. Now, the problem is the more time she takes, the rotation is going to come and she needs to commit to these fights, but will get taken down by Hershey. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the first round coming up for Shooting Star Legends.
Well, the first round has come in for these girls, and now they're going to have to figure out what is the next buy, because there was no plan that came in for Wasabi Sirens either. So pretty much they're going to have to resort to an unfortunate, I would just say, eco. And they could maybe buy up frenzies and stuff, but again, frenzy, long range gunfight with specters, it's not necessarily going to work out. Either way, now it is a time to rumble, and as we do, it's going to be looking like instant trades are already in the name as they manage to get the first in. But now, Iris upgrading up to the Spectre is going to make somewhat of a difference. And of course, the shock dart's doing a little bit of damage, but not enough to take anybody out just yet.
Not enough to take anybody out just yet, no doubt, but nonetheless, Pixie is going to be fairly aggressive. We have the Owl Drone going in, but I would rather wait for the Owl Drone to get some information. But nonetheless, gets the first pick. Iris has fallen down, and this is great for the defense because, hey, they won the first round. The second round as well, it does look like that they have the upper hand, and Pranam, again, being super aggressive, will get spotted and needs to fall back as well. But Ivy, in the meantime, is going to find one more frag. Nails a third. That was quite quick. Not gonna lie, that was actually pretty quick.
Yep, a really quick round, and the Wasabi Sirens not going anywhere anytime soon. But the economic damage of maybe one Spectre, it does make slight difference. But yeah, I guess even Jet agrees with me there. It doesn't even matter to her. Now, 2-0, and Wasabi Sirens now trying to find their way back into this game and possibly make a comeback from the slow start they've had.
Possibly, but then again, it's only been 2 rounds. I wouldn't be too hard on them, and just wait and see what actually goes down. But the defenders have been on point, no doubt about that. Pooja playing A shot with the Killjoy, and I think this is a great setup. But a lot of presence towards it. It looks like they have a very good read. Well, we're playing up close and personal with the judge, and the judgment they shall arrive for the attackers if they just walk right through Amin, and that's not going to be easy. That's not going to be fancy as well. But the Astra on both the teams, so it could be a gravity well, it could be a smoke. I'm not quite sure what they're going to go for. But honestly, I would actually want a gravity well so Velvet can just go in and start getting those frags, and even not that, then just maybe use the stun and try and delay the push as much as you can. But nonetheless, Flash coming, Hika finding the opening, but Hershey with a quick trade, and Panafam it's imperative for her to try and get that refrag, but that's not going to happen. A lot of information being given away, and look, if that's so much damage being dealt out, but the dash is going to save her. And once again, it comes down to two players up against me, and look at those shock darts almost taking her out, but not a lot of damage being done. What?
Yeah, surprisingly not enough, but either way, now with Ivy coming in on the retake from Heaven, she's most likely going to try to escape through the turret. The turret will go offline, and now it should be a pretty safe way to get onto side. But all the players are sitting in B main, so a simple, I would say, recon could help flush that one out. But if they're playing on lineups, which they are, it's going to be quite difficult as Hika manages to get the first, is going in for more. And while magazine does run dry, it's going to be Ivy running away. But okay, she came back for some reason. Not entirely sure why. I think she wanted to die there because otherwise they won't get money.
That's the only possible explanation over there. And that's quite smart. It's okay if you die, but you need to get that losing bonus going your way, because if you just stay alive, it's not going to work out. But nonetheless, the first round going the way of the attackers. And as I mentioned earlier, right, it's only been 2 rounds, and trying to understand or trying to decide which team has more momentum right now wouldn't really make a lot of sense, at least not in my mind. But nonetheless, the attackers trying to inch their way back into the game, and just getting the first round going their way. But nonetheless, the defenders actually being pretty aggressive with the outro, and this is going to be interesting because Panafam, well, fall back. But the question is, does Velvet know that there is somebody who's going to peek around the corner? Guess one needs to fall back, can actually dash back as well, but just decides to turn around and show the back while actually falling back, not worried about the trade whatsoever. And this is a problem. As attackers, you can't give away so many frags without actually finding the trade. 3 players going down, and no trades coming in. I'm not quite sure what the idea is over here, but the approach is definitely not working out.
Yeah, I don't think it is anytime soon. They should rotate over, but I think they are going to decide to just save it up, or they might want to make a play in towards A. But either way they try to run, there's going to be somebody who is ready to be there for the trade potential. And that's a little concerning for me right now, because they're still trying to go ahead with the aim and execute, and all of the util is still up for Pooja, so necessarily she can actually stop this thing from happening in the whole scenario.
30 seconds left.
But let's see what they have in mind, because Velvet, very smartly, is going to be on the lurk, and she's going to be holding that line of sight. Very well thought of. Game sense coming in quick. She doesn't want to break the alarm board, but Velvet somehow manages to get spotted out, and she's actually going to get taken down. With 10 seconds left, they should just go in for the save, or possibly cause the economic damage by making Shooting Star Legends push right into their crosshairs.
Absolutely, but not a lot of time on the clock, and the attackers are just going to save up whatever they have. And that's not going to give them a lot of cash, but hey, at least you have some utility to work with from the last round itself. And most importantly, your gun and your armor, which, again, it's an FPS game. You could use all the utilities in the world, but if you don't get those frags, does it really matter? I don't think so. So for now, just making sure that they have the guns intact, and the rest of the players can actually buy. So I guess that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But the third round going in the way of the defenders, Shooting Star Legends, the scoreline treating 3-1 in their favor. And again, I wouldn't really call this momentum, but now if the attackers actually end up losing one round, this could be a problem. But Archie, I'm not sure if Gravity Well was the best option over there. Maybe use a stun so that they can't shoot back when you see them. And yeah, just a small mistake, paying a massive price for it. The flashbang going in as well. But nonetheless, they'll have pretty easy control of the A-bomb side.
Well, the aiming control has been gained upon, but they are going to have to deal with the 3-man rotation as the shock darts come into play here as well. And with the timer just ticking down, Velvet's coming in on the lurk. Iris should be expecting that angle, but I think they're expecting her to walk right in, which is going to be the case and the scenario, but Velvet is going to get taken down, unfortunately, with just the potential of a single frag. Pooja Bish coming in through towards short, will be trying to spot out anybody, but is unable to capture any intel, and as she gets taken down, it's all down to Ivy as Iris closes things out with a triple kill. Great round coming in for Team Wasabi Sirens.
Sure, great run coming in for them. But again, I believe it all started with the first pick they got on the Astra inside A long or A main. And that was just unfortunate. I mean, you're playing aggressive, sure, but as an Astra, you're not supposed to be the one taking the fight while you're using your utility as well. It doesn't make sense because the animation will uh, mess up the timing and it will screw you over. So I'm not quite sure what the idea was over there, but it definitely did not work out and backfired massively. She ended up giving up the control of the entire side, lost a round for the team, and it all just fell down like dominoes from that point on. But this time around, though, I like this. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't have to use your gravity well all the time, you can use a stun and just force them back.
Yeah, I think with the stun present, it's just going to make the players a little more scared about actually pushing through. Well, look at Ivy. She's pushed all the way in towards mid. And with the awareness that all of Wasabi Sirens could possibly be positioned into a B main, it's going to be quite tough to actually get out of that chokehold. But again, it's going to be a tough one. The utility is also high as both of Leas get locked in with the Empress. She's going to be trying to push in through quick close off the door. Parana converting on the first. And now it's time to rumble as Welvin is going to be flying up in the map.
Whoa!
To get a double. Well, she's good enough for the double, but Ivy knows that as she gets the trade with her amazing Hunter's Fury. Now 2v2 with one player of Wasabi Sirens down to very low HP.
Yep, only one player down to really low HP. But then again, they do have the Astra to back her up, and Yuki hasn't spotted, which is going to be a massive problem because, hey, she managed to find the pick on a Pixie and found a second missile. I'm not quite sure. Oh my goodness, I mean, does actually manage to get it just barely, but does get it. The reveal coming up, and that's actually quite smart, making sure the bomb site's clear. And now she can actually just sit down and stick the defuse, and I don't think Panafam is actually going to expect that. They will peek around the corner, and Panafam will get taken down Ivy once again, making sure she gets those crucial picks in a 1v2 situation. And using the shot down was quite brave, I'm not going to lie, but I think the information was relayed that, hey, you know what? She's low. You can use a shock dart and just finish it off real quick, and that actually worked out. So I guess as long as things work out, no complaints whatsoever, and the scoreline is still going to be 4-2 in the favor of the defenders. Shooting Star Legend with a 2-round lead, and Wasabi Sirens are still somehow maintaining control of the pace of the game. I'm not going to lie, even though they are, they are playing with a 2-round deficit, but I believe they are still in control of the game.
Yeah, I think I kind of believe in a completely different scenario because Shooting Star Legends, they've pretty much picked up a lot of early intel, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. A double kill coming in for Pixie, and she's already managed to get the intel that, hey, mid might have just become clear because of me, and if they are going to call in the cavalry for that, it's not going to make much difference anyways. They don't have their Sage anymore, and their Reyna flashes are gone, but Welvin is still very much alive and kicking it. Will miss that shot, but connects the first one that did come into her sight. Now a 2v5, and again, Wasabi Sirens left in such an awkward position. Harshi, there is definitely a dangerous position, but the timing of that is also unfortunate. And why didn't He actually peeked that earlier? Going into the reload as well in the wrong timing as the Shooting Star Legends close this one out 5-2.
I guess I'm just gonna rephrase myself. I thought that Wasabi were in control of the pace of the game, but it definitely does not look like that. But well, with that shot, what just happened? What in God's name was that? I'm not sure, but it was a crazy shot indeed. And talking about why did Ivy not peek out earlier? Wait, not even Ivy. I'm not quite sure the last player was alive, but nonetheless, yeah, Proso was wifey. Yeah, Proso was wifey. Why didn't she peek out earlier? Well, that's the entire point. The basics are not on point. The trading potential was there, but the timing was just so bad. It was just so off that it didn't work out. And honestly, she could have actually peaked earlier before her teammate got taken down and still made it work. But that's just unfortunate that it didn't work out. But nonetheless, well, they paid the price for it. Moving on to the next one. This time around, they've pretty easily managed to find control off the side because of the lockdown come in. And look at those shock darts come up, but that's not going to do a lot of damage, and the Jet is on the ult. Arshi does have the Cosmic Divide, and she could technically cut the side in half and make things work, but she's not gonna go for it. She will finally. She will.
Well, finally the ultimate has been used, and the Cosmic Divide does offer a lot on the table here, but Kika getting surrounded from all angles is going to be quite difficult. Javish reloading right in front of the enemy. Ballsy move, but why would Paranafam push out like that? With the ultimate now, there's no way in hell they can even try to push this one out, unless and until the wall goes down. Javish covering with her might, and it's going to be Hershey closing things out. As always, Hershey, she plays her role of the Sova not the Sova, my apologies, of the Astra so beautifully. I mean, we've usually seen her picking up, you know, the Omen and the controller role, and she performs with it as well.
That she does, but look at that diffuse coming all alone, just making sure to stick the diffuse and having faith in your teammates. It can go a long, long way, and that is exactly what happened. So it's great to see that these players have so much faith in their teammates, especially Shooting Star Legends. But with Wasabi, they've been trying, but the last couple of rounds have just been pretty unfortunate.
They have been, but again, this map is, I would say, defender-sided, so you never know. Maybe Wasabi Sirens are much more comfortable on the defense, and they can turn things around. But again, with the way things are going, look at that! The amount of damage being done onto these players, and look at Pixie. She's actually crept all the way in, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Now, this has become a problem. Team Shooting Star Legends, being the defense, are deciding the way that Wasabi Science should play, and that should not all be a situation.
You're right, that shouldn't be the case, but it is exactly what the case is, and the attackers have no response for it. They have no answer for it. Panafam's information has been relayed. They know that she is towards Elong and will actually peek around the corner, but the problem was Hershey ran out of bullets, and it's going to be Ivy who's going to clean things up. But the scoreline reads 7-2 in the favor of Shooting Star Legends. And yeah, they do look like a very refreshed version of their own lineup, because they were not this dominant the last time I saw them.
Yeah, I think they had to double question every single move and step they were doing, and this would be the perfect time to actually call in a tactical timeout, because Wasabi Science, they have got to get their brains together. They've got to come up with better strategies. They've got to come up with better executions, because the biggest, I would say, loophole that I see in their attack right now is the fact is they're tunnel visioning a site. Sure, that's wonderful and that's great, but that has to be done and only possible when you have your Killjoy lockdowns ready to go. And even if you have that, leave your Reyna to maybe play in a different position, because sure, the flashes are gonna help, but again, you're giving away so much of freedom to the players of Shooting Star Legends to actually explore the map more than anything else, that irrespective of what you're trying to do, you're just losing control.
Irrespective of what you're trying to do, you're just losing control, no doubt about that. And the problem is not just respect, it's situational awareness as well, because hey, you pushed him to shot, no doubt about that. The problem with being so aggressive in a situation where you're taking a lot of time. Now imagine you push into gardens and you spend 3 to 4 seconds there. Those 3 to 4 seconds are more than enough for somebody to actually look in, and that is exactly what happened. So all Shooting Star Legends, the players playing on it, they have to do is just make sure that the attackers are kept engaged. The time is wasted. They don't give up side control that easily, and that's it. And the flank will already be underway. And I'm not quite sure if Wasabi Sirens have realized this, but they need to make sure that there is somebody watching the back, and they have map control. They have information. You can't take one side without information of your surroundings. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
Yeah, I mean, again, well, a tactical timeout may help, but these are fundamentals, these are basics. You know, you want to try and pull off as many default rounds that you can, and even if you do want to hard hit a site, make sure that you have some sort of a backup, some sort of a turret watching your top mid, watching your, pretty much any other entry way or any other lurking possibility, because I'm pretty sure Wasabi Sirens, in the 9 rounds that we have witnessed, 100% of the time or 99% of the time, there's been at least one player that dies to a lurk. And that should definitely not happen. Wasabi Science shouldn't even give the opportunity to Shooting Star Legends to lurk. You are literally pushing in, you're supposed to stay back. And I think Wasabi Science have to establish that control first and early on.
I guess this timeout might just help them figure out what's actually going wrong, and they can definitely make a comeback, no doubt about that. It's not a question about the skill of the players because I believe, with regards to firepower, they're more or less on the same plane, but it's just the awareness where Shooting Star Legends are taking control of the entire game and they're getting rounds on their side of the scoreboard. So Wasabi, sure, they have been struggling, but they can end the half with a 7-5 scoreline, even though they will be to a 2-round deficit. They can definitely work with that on the defenders' side. And I'd love to see that. I would love to see Wasabi make a comeback. But the question, Shreya, over here is that going to happen?
I would say I don't even care about the 7-5. Make it 8-4. And they have a double sentinel. So that might actually benefit them more. And it'll be much easier for them to defend the bomb sides. I mean, they can clearly switch things up so easily, create a dynamic flow of events on the defense so that it becomes much harder for Shooting Star Legends to predict what exactly is happening and where are people playing. So I think that if Wasabi Science even pick up another round or two, it's going to be a easy breezy sail ahead in the defense. But if they struggle right now to make the comeback, it is going to be a long and strenuous process. But more than just that, I'm definitely sure it's going to tire them out. So I hope that they are able to get another couple of rounds to secure at least some sort of a hope in this half.
Absolutely, absolutely, no doubt about that. But here we have a lineup towards A long for a recon dart, and this is going to go in. So that is going to give them some early information to work with, which is going to be quite great. But how are they going to use it? How are they going to capitalize on it? Velvet is super aggressive towards B mid. Now she realizes that she shouldn't be going in there, and falls back watching mid. Just get the first one, needs to find the second, will fall back as well, but Panafam can actually dash in and throw them off. But the question is, how quickly can they go? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look, they have mid control, but they're spending 4 to 5 seconds over there, exactly in mid, and you can't do that. You don't have that luxury.
You shouldn't even be allowed to do that. Well, they have established the mid control, but what is the point of that when you're just going to be splitting up at the end of the day? Some of the players are into his Bs, some people are actually going into a completely different direction, and while Paranafam will manage to get the kill, Pooja Bish having to deal with so many players rushing right at her face, that's going to be a tough one.
That is going to be a tough one, no doubt about that. But hey, it all comes down to the Soa all alone, and in a 1v4, it's not going to be easy to make a comeback, but does get one. Pro Soa's wife is going to get taken down, and Ivy reducing it to a 1v3 does have an ultimate to work with. But the question is, oh, okay, I'm not quite sure what the idea was over there, but if that causes a rotation, good for her, but she's going to get the second as well. Needs to find 2 more. 24 points of health to work with, is going to push through the slow, but look at that, will get caught with her pants down, and Panafam is going to shut her down. That is going to be the third round coming in for Wasabi Sirens, and yet again, just trying to claw their way back into the game, which is, which deserves respect in its own right, because hey, they did something which worked out. The only concern I have is I'm not quite sure what exactly was it that worked out, because we saw them make a couple of mistakes, but then again, all that ends well is well.
Yeah, I think pretty much Wasabi Sirens, they did have a couple of mistakes in the previous round, but I think the bigger mistake was coming in from Shooting Star Legends because they overextended some of their peaks. They didn't have to stick on to it, but they still chose to, surprisingly. And well, we all know how those situations are going to end up, and they never end in a pretty sense whatsoever. So again, 7-3. Comeback is definitely something that Wasabi Sirens have in mind, but how much longer are they going to take to claw their way back in? Because yes, it's just a 4-round deficit. It doesn't make much of a difference, but eventually, when the tables are turned over and they have to deal with the other side of the situation, it's going to be a completely different experience.
No doubt about that. It is going to be a completely different experience, but now we're just going to wait it out and see what actually goes down. And we have a defender lockdown coming in Walwell is really, really aggressive inside the smoke, but I'm not sure if she is going to find any information to work with, and this is going to push the attackers back. And the question is, do they have any information? Look at the SOA. This is what I like. The SOA from the defenders has so much restraint. She knows that she shouldn't be overcommitting over there, and now decides to fall back and take a better angle. And now this could actually end up in a multi. Nobody is going to check her. This is going to be insanely big. Ivy's in a really good position. Does she have? Oh my goodness! You can't miss those, Ivy. You can't miss those. And she's gonna get taken down. The information is going to get passed, but that is just so unfortunate.
Timer's ticking down, the ultimates have been popped up, and now it's Pixie's time to shine. She has a tall task ahead of herself, and she has to do it right away. Hika is pushing in through, and with Hika pushed in, and it's going to be pretty simple plan now. It's just the plan of the for the after plant now for the girls of Wasabi Sirens.
Absolutely. Hika, in the meantime, is going to find a frag for herself. Velvet is going to get taken down, and Pixie, in the meantime, is going to find a trade. It's going to be a 3-3, but the question is, how long can this work? The Astra, Cosmic Divide coming up, and Hika's going to find one more, but she needs to stay alive. She needs to find this pick with Pooja, reducing it to a 1v1. But does she have enough time? I don't think so, but, well, in the meantime, Prospo Wifey is going to shut it down, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of things.
Last round in the half.
Well, pulling things up by piece by piece, bit by bit, and now they are dealing with 7-4. One more round, and it seems like it's gonna be a pretty interesting second half for Team Wasabi Sirens. Double Sentinel teams definitely have the upper hand in terms of defense. Great triple coming in from Hika there. Did not have bullets, had to go in for the reload there, unfortunate, but either way, her performance has been on top right now, and she's actually doing really well. I'm happy to see that she has gotten out of her blues.
Whoa.
Yes, they will it. She has to regret that one. Jumping up like that isn't going to help in any way whatsoever, but look at that. Perfect lane setup, and Kruger is going to go in for more. Can't connect the shot, but will be doing just a little bit of damage as Iris will have to go in for the reheal.
That is true, but the attackers have used their lockdown. I'm not quite sure what the idea was over there because Pooja did not have to rush in. She got the first pick. All she had to do was wait on side and get just one more. But it didn't work out, and now Yuki does use the Cosmic Divide and is going to wait it out. But this is a really deep divide, and this could actually end up pretty badly for her. But nonetheless, Yuki is going to fall down to Pixie, and I guess she could have just waited a little more. But nonetheless, the retake is going to start coming in. Pixie actually picks bang 2 for herself. It all comes down to the Killjoy, and she is going to fall down as well. How is she finding a frag on Pro Sua's wife? And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the 8th round coming up. So Shreya, 8-4 as you wanted it.
Yeah, I mean, a perfect prediction from my side. I am pretty happy about that one. But I guess, again, it was more than just a prediction. I guess it was just assuming that Wasabi Sirens had this very mentality that we just gotta push a couple more rounds, guys, and then we're gonna bounce back into this game so strong that Shooting Star Legends will have no answer for it. And, well, again, that is a huge responsibility on their shoulders, but are they going to be able to deliver? That's the real question. And of course, as the timer does tick down, I mean, do you have any predictions of what's going to happen in this half?
As a matter of fact, I don't. I actually do not have any predictions as to what is going to happen because, again, the game can go in anyone's favor, especially when Wasabi actually has 2 Sentinels to play with. And again, you can look at it 2 ways. Wasabi Sirens have 2 Sentinels to work with, and Shooting Star Legends only have 1, but they still manage to get 8 rounds, and it all comes down to the fact that all these Sentinels going to be able to fulfill their role and buy time and maybe just get a pick or 2 while they're trying to take you down. So yeah, it is going to be all on to these individual plays, and I'm not quite sure what is going to happen over here.
Neither do I, but now Hika is going to be jumping up and down all over the wall. As Hashi will be having some sort of an idea on that. It seems as though A-Execute is what's going on into the minds of the players, and they should have the opportunity and freedom to push in any minute now, but making sure that they check every single corner, every single angle. is also vital. And now with the drone being utilized as well, the contact should have been made, and now it should be Paranafam spotting one out, getting the shot over. And now here's where the shenanigans start. The explosion has come into pursuit here with Pixie getting the first and is gonna go in for the overheat.
She is going to go in for the overheal, but refrags coming in really, really quickly. The problem is that it is going to be a 2v4 retake, and the Jet is actually on half HP. She only has 48 points of health to work with. The door is going to get close, and look, the backstab coming in from Pooja. Gets one, can she find the second? That is going to be it. And taking on a lot of damage, the Proso IFE is going to get taken down as well. So Pooja with the perfect flank, and I'm sure she's going to be really, really happy about this. And yet again, the same problem that has haunted them in the first half. We talked about it as well, and that is exactly what takes them down in the second half.
Well, of course, the performance coming in right now is so impeccable from Shooting Star Legends, but with the performance, there's also going to be a huge responsibility that's going to be coming up in front of their face, as slowly and surely Vasari Sirens are going to manage to fire back. And when they have a full buy with the double sentinel setup, it's going to be very interesting to see how they utilize it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But Hika, in the meantime, is going to try and fall back and make sure that she stays alive so that the retake can actually happen. The spike is going to get planted. The eye coming in, and Ivy needs to stay alive, but the door is going to get broken over it. Being super close, and will actually jump on top of Heaven Pixie along with the sword. Are they going to get enough information? That is going to be the question. But I think that was a lot of aggression from the attackers, which wasn't needed. It is going to be a 3-5 retake coming up, but nonetheless, it all comes down to Pooja all alone once again. Does she have a flank, or is she going to play after plant? She is actually going to play after plant, and this is going to be a problem. But half the spike has been diffused, and I don't think she is going to be able to save this up because, hey, half the spike is already down, and the fuse is going to come in, and she will actually fall as well. But ladies and gentlemen, we do see Wasabi Science trying to take control of the game back once again, but this is only the first round for them in the second half, and it's still a long way to go.
Exactly. Now, a long way to go is true, but for now, I think that Wasabi Science played that one out beautifully, and with Pooja Bish yet again relying on the Nano Swarms, it's not the ideal situation because Nano Swarms do take quite a bit to land, and the timing has to be right down to the nail. And if it's not, it's going to be quite a big struggle, which is what we also got to see yesterday. I mean, so many mishaps in terms of afterplants, in terms of lineups, you know, all of that shebang. But 9-5. 4-round deficit coming in, and now surely it must be time for Shooting Star Legends to answer back.
That is true indeed. And Iris, in the meantime, is just going to wait it out and see if she can find some information. But I like how passive Hika is playing towards B-bombs, like just playing backside. All she needs to do is get a pick and buy time. That's it, and that is going to be a job well done. So I love the approach from the defenders, making sure they do everything right and not take unnecessary risks. So yeah, I quite like this.
Well, the expectations are also high, but Paranafam actually managed to get the first Hita
Spike down B.
And yet again,
One enemy remaining.
5 with Pooja all alone, lurking around. And well, she is also going to get spotted out and gets taken down. So that's going to be 9-6. And finally, Wasabi Sirens are looking like they're ready and willing to come back into this amazing tournament and this amazing match.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about that. And the scoreline is still 9-6 in the favor of the attackers, Shooting Stars, with a 3-round lead. But now they're going to have a full buy to work with, and we might just see some domination, a glimpse of the domination they've had in the first half. And yeah, the defenders might struggle a bit, but the question is, what is their approach going to be like? And look at Hika yet again, just changing things up. The last round she played on B, this time she's going to come on A, reading them like a book. But is this going to be unnecessary aggression? I mean, she needs to play close, there's no doubt about that, because she has an SMG to work with. The problem is that Pixie is creeping up, and she is in a one-and-done position. I don't think so she's going to last very long if she can't make it back to Gardens, and there is nobody to back her up as well. So this is going to be a massive problem. Will get taken down, and that is exactly what I was worried about. So Hika's approach, while I like the idea, the execution was not perfect.
The execution was not at all perfect, but still, with Puterwitch and Hershey being alive, it's going to be making Wasabi Siren's job quite a bit difficult. And again, a 2v5, being left in such a desperate situation, the last thing they want to do is split up, and that's exactly what they're doing. One is going into its tree, and the other is holding on towards heaven. And it would be best to play as a buddy system right now, just so that you can have that trading potential, that trading capability. But unfortunately, this time around, it doesn't seem to be in the interest of the players of Wasabi Science. Instead, Paranafam gets the first, goes in for more, but can't connect onto Pixie. And now it's all down to ProServer's waifu, where she should be going into the save, but will sooner or later succumb to her death.
That is true, and wow, 2 players actually going down the spike is going to be rather unfortunate, because that's a lot of credits wasted, and that is not the position you want to be in. But nonetheless, 10-6 is the scoreline, and finally, Shooting Stars showing us what they're made of. But what was really unfortunate is the way the round started, because hey, Wasabi had the perfect approach. Hika actually read them pretty well as well, and that I commend. You know, that was good understanding of the game. There was good anticipation as well, but the execution was a total disaster. So credits for the idea, but hey, that cost you the round as well. So it's a double-edged sword. Aggression has always been a double-edged sword. You can control the pace of the game. You can play with your opponent's minds. You can toy around with them and make them second guess every single thing they do. But at the same time, if you get taken down without getting any frags,
Get out of my way.
it backfires massively on you.
You are divided.
It definitely does, but 10-6, and now with the Cosmic Divide being used, it is going to be time for Ivy to push in through. Good utility usage coming in as it burns away all the utility that Team Wasabi Sirens had in mind, and that is a really amazing trade. They just faked off B, all the rotations did come in except for one, and they can simply just go ahead and get the spike planted and play this one on the retake.
You should run.
They could. They absolutely could. And it's going to be interesting. But Velvet is playing super close with the ult. What I'm really concerned about is how is the attacker killjoy being used once they have the control of the site. They should only go down once the retake starts coming in to buy time. So I'm not entirely sure what the idea was over here. But this is going to be massive. If she can find the information, that could actually end pretty badly for the defenders. So look at Velvet though. She wants to try and find a flag, but will get taken down. That is so unfortunate. The line is actually not working out, and Ivy is going to use a shotgun. Is that going to be it? Oh my goodness, she actually gets it. This mad woman gets it. Hika's going to fall on Iris, being taken on as well, and Ivy finding it third for herself, somehow making that magnificent play work. That was a lot of risk, but hey, it paid off.
It definitely did, and now 11-5, and it slowly seems as though Team Shooting Star Legends, they are on their way to an overtime, not an overtime, my apologies, to a match point if things work out in their favor. But for Wasabi Sirens, they're gonna have to stop that from happening, and that's gonna happen now. Otherwise, it's gonna be a huge mess ahead of themselves, and again, nobody wants to be put into that situation.
That is true. That is true indeed. And one round away from the match point, 11-6 is the scoreline. Hika is being aggressive towards B main, but will she get taken on? She will pick this. Somehow just running around the corner, peeking. I'm not even quite sure what sort of peek that was, but she does get the pick, and that is all that counts.
Yeah, I guess so, but again, the performance right now being put onto the table with the man advantage as well, favoring Shooting Star Legends, it seems as though they have a plan, and that plan is to hit a bomb site. The spike is in the hands of the Sova as he holds A mains. And again, it's just so interesting to see how a man or a woman can pretty much pull off certain rounds just on the basis of the utility, and this is what I was worried about. Hika coming back online on the server to demolish more players, and with Hershey being pushed up all the way, that has to be a huge bite right in the back. And with Hershey gaining the control of the entire window in heaven, it's going to be quite difficult to deal with it. But dealing with it hasn't ever been a problem for her, as Velvet and Hershey are right now being the iconic duo that they are.
That is true indeed, and it all comes down to Pro Soa's wifey. And in a 1v5, there's not a lot she can do, but does find the first frag. He's trying to just running around and breaking the spec, but there is nowhere else to go, and will get taken down by Pooja Vish right there. The match point coming up. Shooting Star Legends being as dominant as ever, and Velvet has truly impressed me in today's match. She has truly impressed me with her operator skills, and it's just great to see. It's absolutely great to see.
I mean, I was about to say, yeah, that's totally true. I mean, she hasn't been performing that great with the orb recently, but today it's been a completely different story. And unfortunate that it came in a little too late, but better late than never. And again, going into the bye, I am loving the confidence right now on the side of Team Shooting Star Legends. They want to go in for every possibility. I believe this was supposed to be a one-way smoke, but couldn't connect, unfortunately. So now it's time. The players have made a whole lot of sound. The calls should be given over as the players rotate in. It can be a pretty simple B even at this point of time. They don't have to worry too much. And yeah, there it is. I mean, the utility usage is on point as always, and Velvet's going to be managing to get the first.
And they actually do have control of the side, but usually is going to be coming with 2 frags for herself and Hika finding a quick trade while Ivy tried to get one, and it all comes down to Pooja in a 1v3, and this is not going to be easy for her because they know what the spike is, a lot of information to work with as well, and now Pooja has been spotted and she is going to get double peak most likely, but Pair if I'm allowing also Ivy to just go around the corner, I'm not quite sure why are they allowing 1v1 fights, but nonetheless, Pooja, 40 seconds on the clock to work with, is going to use a turret. Good situational awareness, so the backstab does not come in. And this is the exact difference that I'm talking about between the two teams. Pooja putting that turret over there so that she knows if there is a backstab coming up. But Penafam with perfect cross replacement is going to take her down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to buy one more round for Wasabi Sirens to stay alive in the game.
Well, Wasabi Sirens right now, they might be down by 5 rounds, but it's finally time to showcase themselves, and they have a lot at stake here. The prize pool, of course, it helps a little bit. It gives you the motivation, but the experience you're going to be taking back home with you, that has even more significance. Now, if we do get a chance to look at the money of the players, Team Wasabi Sirens stacking it up. Shooting Star Legends, on the other hand, they already have stacked up. So there is no worry or concern for either of these players to lose out on pretty much any support. But either way, now here it is, 12-7.
Here it is, 12-7. Hershey, in the meantime, is going to try and creep up towards mid and get some information going on in her way, but it is looking like a B take. Hika once again just playing super passive, but she wants to go up. She wants to aggress out. I'm not quite sure if that is required because her positioning on backside has been impeccable. She's been playing really, really well, so there's no need to change it up. Pro Soa's wifey relaying the information, the target spotting a player inside B main and out zone coming up as well, making sure every single angle is clear. So good teamwork, good entry pathway as well. Look at the amount of information they have. That's just insane. And now I guess Ivy can actually use the recon dot unless this is a fake. Oh my goodness, they're trying to fake this, but the problem is they don't have any presence towards A to capitalize on this.
That they definitely do not, and Iris has clearly heard the footsteps, so she should assume that there could be a play in towards short. But again, look at Velvet. She's pushing it through, and with Velvet being present, it makes life just a little bit easier with Paranam alive as well. She is such a deadly jet. You have to be worried about her, but can't connect her short, surprisingly. And now with just 11 seconds left, the timer just keeps getting faster and faster with no other opportunity for Ivy there other than to succumb to her death.
That is true, but Panafam is going to find the last pick onto Pixie, and yet again, just buying that one more round and one round at a time is the only way for Wasabi Sirens to approach this, because one mistake and they are going to get knocked out. They are going to get placed at 4th position, and that is not going to be as nice as 3rd, obviously, but ideally, both of these teams would have loved to play in the finals, but they're not there yet. And this match is turning out to be one hell of a ride because, hey, the moment we thought Shooting Stars might close this down, Wasabi Sirens just started making a comeback.
They definitely did, and it feels as though they are here to prove us as casters wrong the entire damn time. with 12 to I believe it's 8 right now or 7. For the 12 to 8 scoreline, it is going to be a high time for the girls of Shooting Star Legends to figure out how can they stop choking, because if this match goes to an overtime, it's pretty much going to be them kicking themselves right in the leg.
That is true, but we have a tech pause coming in from. Is it a tech pause? Oh, tactical timeout coming in from Shooting Star Legends, and they just want to make sure that they slow things down and close it out as soon as possible. And I think that's actually quite nice. I like the timing, I like the approach, but while they are taking a timeout today, when we started off, we did not take a moment to thank our sponsors, and I want to do it now. So AORUS and Intel, massive shout out to you. Big props for making all of this happen, giving us a platform, the shoutcasters, to try and create a storyline and all these players to showcase their talent. And it's just been such a wholesome ride that I can't even begin to express it. But at the same time, they have some really, really cool gear as well, Shreya. The M27Q gaming monitor with KVM keyboard, video, mouse, zero point 0.5 millisecond response time, 170 hertz refresh rate. And the best part is, you can actually use that high refresh rate and mirror your phone onto the screen and actually play games on your phone while you look at the game on the big screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a beautiful feature, but of course, with such amazing goodies that AORUS and Intel have to offer, make sure that you can get your hands on them, because I'm sure they're going to run out very, very quickly. And of course, it is. It does seem to be Wasabi Sirens definitely struggling just a tad bit for now. But I think with the opportunity that is at hand, they might be able to successfully make a comeback.
Yeah, that is true. That is true indeed. And for now, I guess that we're just gonna wait it out and see how much of a discussion are these guys going to have, because hey, they've been doing everything right. It's just a couple of unfortunate mistakes. They don't need to change anything per se, but just try and get the basics right as they've been doing the first half. But I think they might be going in for an explode towards the B bomb set after taking a tactical timeout, and that is brilliant. That is so brilliant.
Finally, a change of pace, deciding to go with something different. And a B execute would be a great idea for now, but again, the Sage and Mid with the double B setup into its CT, that is definitely going to be a little daunting to go up against, but you never know. They might end up surprising us more than anything else. And with a quick dash in, Velvet will get packed up pretty down to 1 HP. But I guess even if she does a little bit of damage at this point in time, it's going to be doing her job pretty damn well. She's getting the first, and now with the site completely opened up for the plant, it's all down to Wasabi Sirens coming in for
Spike
the
planted.
retake.
That is true. That is true. They need to go in for the retake, and now I guess that change of pace has definitely helped them. But the defenders, that is Wasabi Cyrus, are down to a man deficit, and that is going to be a massive problem. But look at that. Well, and Pooja are finding two more frags for themselves. It all comes down to Killjoy and Astra. And that is what got the lockdown coming in, and this could actually work out for them. But look at this. Unless Welbert is just going to dash in, and not even just dash in, just jump across the cosmic divide and slap Astra into her next life. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have our winners for the third position, and that is Shooting Star Legends for you guys. And the end was sort of anticlimactic. I'm not gonna lie, because it was sort of, I would say it was sort of quiet. It was not as grand as we thought it would be, but hey, it was fun to watch.
Of course it was. I mean, I like the sudden change in the way that Shooting Star Legends started playing with the attack. The timeouts definitely did do justice to them. And again, not surprised with the outcome. I feel like Wasabi Science, even though they have some amazing talent on their team, it again can't be just your duelist fragging out. Each and every player in your team has such a vital role, so to maximize that and to pretty much capitalize on it, it's really important. But again, GG, well played to both teams, and congratulations to Shooting Star Legends for grabbing up the third spot. But we still have two more spots left to give away, and that's going to be the first place as well as the runner up.
That is true. We do have the grand finals, which is still remaining. That is going to be a best of three, and it's going to be one hell of a match. I'm telling you, these are two of the best teams in the tournament. That is Shooting Stars and Rain. So hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go on a really short break. But when we do come back, we'll have all the action lined up for you guys from the grand finals.
Baby, why you act so cold? That little dress hotter than July. Your mama said look out for guys like me, but you keep on cheating out the corner of your eye. I'm trying to be calm, act so cool, but there ain't no use trying to hold it inside. Before another comes and makes me a fool, I'm gonna look you right in the eye. Do what you need, do what you like. It's your thing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Showstopper Series Women's South Asia League by AORUS and Intel. My name is Ranjit Mohammed Senior Patel. Alongside me is still Shreya Prasad, and now it's time for the match that we've all been waiting for throughout the tournament, the grand finals, and the two teams which are going to be playing are two titans that actually came in, and two of the teams that were the hot favorites to win the tournament and to make it the finals as well. And both of these teams, Shreya, why don't you introduce them?
Well, of course, it's going to be Shooting Stars versus Team Rain. Now, both of these teams have done phenomenally throughout the tournaments. Weeks of hard work, weeks of coordination, gelling together, and pretty much putting on the show for all of us, not just as casters, but for all the people sitting back at home. Now, of course, today we had an amazing matchup for the third place, which Shooting Star Legends did take away from Wasabi Sirens, but that was one hell of a match. And if you guys did not have an opportunity to witness that, I would definitely tell you to go ahead and watch it because it was one blast of a match. But Rain versus Shooting Stars, best of three coming up, the grand finals to take away all of that money back into their homes and pretty much celebrate their victory. Now, of course, a huge shout out to AORUS and Intel for making this amazing show possible for all of these girls so that they can compete on such a high level. But again, Mama, I do have to say that with all the matches that we've seen, has there been any particular memorable moment for you?
Icebox. I still remember Shooting Star Legends were playing, and I believe it was Pooja, and the scoreline was 12-11, and she actually peeked out beyond the wall. Uh, Unfortunately got taken down, and the match went to overtime. We actually saw a double overtime come in. That is one moment that was, that really shows the intricacy of this game. That hey, just one small misstep can cost you the entire match and potentially your placement in the tournament. And it's just incredible to see that such small moments can actually have such big impacts. But talking about the veto as well, three maps which are going to get played today are going to be Haven, Bind, and Icebox. Haven is Rain's pick, which is again quite surprising because look, I believe both the teams are really, really strong on Haven, so it
Mhm.
can go either way. Bind, in the meantime, is again anyone's map. So both of these first two games, right, can go either way. The last one is going to be Icebox, and I've heard that both of these teams once again are pretty comfortable and confident on Icebox as well. But we've not had the luxury to watch them play on Icebox as much as we've had to watch them on Haven and Bind. So yeah, I really want to try and predict, but I don't think that's going to be possible in this match here.
Yep. To be honest, right now with Bind, I definitely think that. I mean, it's safe to say that Team Rain is very aggressive on Bind as it is. Whether they are playing on the attack, on the defense, they still manage to convert certain rounds in such a beautiful manner. And talking about Shooting Stars, I mean, on Haven, we've seen their performance. They are impeccable on that map. And they've gone up against some of the top tier teams as well in the tournament. And they've come up with a great whopping score of pretty much like a 13-5, 13-4, which is, of course, a very one sided affair. But how will they deal with some of the top aimers in the country, some of the top female aimers in the country? And that's definitely going to be something that I can't wait to see because Haven is going to be definitely a test for, I think it's mostly just going to be a test for Team Rain. But when it comes to Bind, that's where the challenge comes in for Team Shooting Stars. But again, I could be proved wrong, really, really wrong. So don't quote me on that and do not flame me in the chat. Thank you.
That is true. That is true indeed. And hey, the way this draft looks, we obviously are going to see Muffin Loop on the Ash. We've literally not seen her play anything else. Meow going for the chat is going to be interesting, but nonetheless, I guess it's going to be Sway onto Reina, and she does mean Reina and Jet both. So she is a duelist main, but then again, looking at the defenders, we have an Astra, Reina, Jet, Soa, and Killjoy. So practically the same lineup, but except for Rain, we have two Sentinels.
Yeah, I guess the double sentinel meta, not the meta, but double sentinel playstyle is definitely going to go ahead throughout this tournament, even into the finals for Team Rain. They have consistently chosen to make this decision. They usually do not pick up the Sova on from what I have seen. Even if the initiators they do pick, it's mostly just been Breach of Sky. Sova is definitely not a fancy pick for them. But either way, we should hop right into the game, right into the action of the first map of Haven in the Grand Finals.
Absolutely. The first map is going to go live for the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it all comes down to. Both of these teams, the best in the tournament. And game number 1 is going to go underway. 10 seconds on the preparation time. Shooting Stars starting off as the defenders and Rain as the attackers. So here we go. Here we go. Muffin loop towards mid. Is she going to go in for early info, or are they going to play it safe? The gravity well coming in towards mid, and that is going to give her information. Nobody is playing up close and personal, and that is going to be enough for her to just creep up towards the B bomb side.
Yep, and now seeing Meow back in the gaming area right now, it's definitely good to see. We have not seen her for quite a couple of matches, unfortunately, due to, of course, timing restrictions and other reasons. But hopefully now that she is back, it's going to be quite a difficult situation. Because Meow, we all know her as one of the most cracked aimers, and she definitely will convert on that. But talking about aim, Muffin playing the lurk role as always will be managing to deal with not anything, because she's just going to get bombarded from both angles.
She's just going to get bombarded from both the angles, and this game is going to be a back and forth one for sure, no doubt about that. But look at the smoke's coming. Meow's going to find one. Can she find the second as well? Dishes out a lot of damage, but the trades are coming in, and now only 2 players to defend the bomb. But look at Sway getting one. Needs to find the second as well. Does get it, and Maharani chiming in with the frag onto Inchi. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the first round coming up for Team Rain, and so close. So close. But hey, the good thing for Rain is it's smiles all across, and they were happy with how it all turned out. But the problem for Muffin Loop was the fact that even though she did manage to get some information going on, she could not find the frag, and that is a problem, at least to start off with. But it's good to see that both these teams have been off to a very bold start. Even though Shooting Stars lost out on the first round, I'm sure they will be able to make a comeback. And hey, let's not forget, as defenders, playing on this map is actually quite difficult. But Zach on the Astra towards the A-bomb side, and I guess they actually have a decent read on this.
They definitely do, but look at Meow. She's ready on the jet, and she wants to make a play here real quickly. So most likely, she should be storming right in. And even with the storm that's about to come above, look at Meow, death from above. Ashley gets the first, will get traded out, but that's not going to be good. Is actually playing the amazing role of lurking around the site. And I don't even think that Team Rain has to worry a single bit for now, as Sway gets another one to close the round out. 0-2. Okay, brain fart again. But 0-2, and Team Rain picking up the pace really early out in this game.
Indeed. And I just had a look at Sway's camera. It's tilted, and it's. Hey, I don't have OCD. I'm gonna make a couple of jokes about it, but yeah, it is. Well, let's just say it's triggering my need to be very particular in things. But nonetheless, they have been off to a flying start, and a lot of confidence being shown by both of these teams, which is great to see. And Snack being super aggressive, and she is going to find some information that, hey, there is a Killjoy. Did try and pre-fire, but did not work out. So I guess this time around we're going to see a fairly slow round, or maybe not yet again. 3 players towards the A-bomb, so the smoke starting to come in. Meow is going to try and dash in. Sway finding an opening. Millie is going to get taken down, and Meow needs to dash in 2 more frags, and she will actually have the ult as well. But the question is she going to go in for the ult orb and then wait to find a pick? But the read on the defenders is maybe not right.
Well, we can't talk about that just yet, because look at Rose. Her positioning is pretty good, but Inchi should be catching this one out. Unless the Rose would have caught it out first, but she's going to dash right out, and the opportunity at hand. She's going to get actually bombarded from 2 different angles. Yeah, quick cover to pretty much support her situation, and as the wall goes right out as well, that's just going to be adding more fuel to the fire.
That is true, but Muffin is going to find a frag for herself. Snack is going to get taken down yet again. It only comes down to 2 players surviving.
One
But
enemy
look at
remaining.
this lurk coming in. It's not even going to be needed. Muffin Loop just going in and getting the frags onto Zach and Casper. And Sway with the perfect lurk, and everything is just so bang on point coming in from Team Rain.
That is true, but 0-3, Rain
1 second,
picking up the
peeps.
pace
I
real
gotta visit
quickly,
the Astro to
and
play
now
some stars.
Shooting Stars. They essentially they're gonna be buying up a little bit, half buy for them. They're gonna pick up some frenzies, a judge, maybe even a specter, and try to make something out of the ordinary. But I really believe that, you know, these eco rounds, these half buy rounds are the ones where you have nothing to lose. So do something that your enemies won't possibly even expect. And when that happens, it should be easy breezy rounds for you. But again, Snack coming in on the early rotation. Meow, oh dear god, dashes in the wrong direction unfortunately, and Millie is gonna punish her for that. But look at Casper, she's on the lurk and she's trying to figure out exactly where the players are, and Millie
Spike
is able
down
to get a
A.
triple.
One
And she
enemy
gets a quad
remaining.
as well, and now things are gonna get tricky because it's all down to Muffin Loop in a 1v4.
But who better to be in a 1v4 than Muffin, because she's shown time and time again that she is more than capable of getting all these clutches, and does manage to find 2, needs to find 2 more to close this down, and she's just going to wait it out. But
Concealment.
is that going to be a smoke? It is going to be a smoke onto Heaven, and she needs to find this opening. That is going to be crucial for her, but now has information about one. Will get taken down by Casper though, and yeah, almost made it work, but nonetheless, a valiant effort, no doubt about that. The first round coming in for the defender. Shooting Stars, all they need is 4 to 6 rounds. 4 in the worst case, and 6 in the best case scenario. And I think they'll be set. They will be good to go on the attackers half.
Yeah, I agree. I think just another couple of rounds and they should be back on track. But with the map of Haven, 3 bomb sites, it's very large. It's very quite difficult to deal with. So of course, with the situation at hand, Millie is going to be throwing up a quick recon to reveal, and Millie pushing in long and meow. Dear God, punishing Millie for even thinking about beating
should
her.
run.
And when that is going to be quite beneficial, Meow whipping the knives will be able to connect at least one, but she doesn't. At least she does have her Phantom in hand, and she's going to be doing hefty amounts of damage down on Casper.
That she is, but I think a lot of information's been given away by the double up draft coming up. And okay, then look at this fight coming in. Even we missed it with the amount of things that was going that were going on. The spike is going to get pumped towards the C bomb side, but Inchi is going to find one onto Sway, and Sway, being as aggressive she is, does create problems, but we could have a lurk come in. That is exactly what's happening. Meow is lurking from the A bomb side towards C, and Sway needs to stay alive over there, but will get taken down. Casper finding one for herself, and all that Muffin Loop needs to do is stay alive. Gets one, gets the third. Oh my goodness, what is even happening? Why is Rain being so dominant? But then again, this is a testament to the fact that they have been prepared, they have been practicing, and this is the reason why they have actually been so confident.
Yeah, definitely. I think that that triple did not. I don't think that was expected at all. Muffin blind as a bat, still manages to get the triple, the straight transfer, damn near perfect. And again, not at all surprised with the way things are unfolding, but you never know. Shooting Stars, they might prove me wrong. And right now, Rain are looking very dominating. So to stop them, it's going to be a whole other task at hand. Rose and Meow in towards a lobby, having the perfect duo right now. Whereas look at Sway, she's doing her own thing in garage, and she's actually gotten free access into it. So if she wants, she can pretty much just wake her way in. But Muffin Loop, blink a controller and entry fragging, that's not something you see every single day. But now there we are, and this is just a story and a history repeating itself yet again. A 3v5 which turns into a 4v3.
3v5 that turns into 4v3, no doubt. And Inchi has only used 2 knives out of 5. And she is going to be on the backside, but she might actually see the spike, which is going to be massive. Now the problem is, does Muffin realize this? And she does, but I'm not quite sure why would he want to give up the spike control. Unless you're planning to lurk, which is not going to work out because there is a turret. And unless that gets picked up, that is going to be a problem. Zach being slapped by Sway on the B bomb side. And this is just turning out to be such a nice display of the skill that Rain has, and it's like a perfect dance. It is absolutely like a dance. And every single time you've seen a take come in from Rain, there's always been somebody lurking around to make sure that the cleanup crew arrives on time in case things go south in the after plant positions.
Exactly. It was an A execute, Muffin and Rose pushing in together, and they were like, hey, they're never gonna expect the Killjoy and the controller to be playing so aggressive. Hey, let's just do that. Let's try something different. And Sway, do me a favor. Just leave us alone and lurk and B. You're gonna do just fine. And she did. She got the lurk kills. She converted on it, and pretty much was a dangerous factor throughout the round. But 1 to 5, and now things are looking up. Sway with the Empress. She has to be dangerous, but suck the gravity well not being pulled in the right time.
That is true indeed, but Meow is gonna get spotted. She's gonna get taken down. She won't, but she might actually have just made it in time. Oh, the Millie's gonna fall down. That is so unfortunate. But did you notice one thing?
One enemy remaining.
The healing that came in from Maharani, that was so on point. And that must have definitely given her a lot of confidence. So Maharani on stage is just perfect. I've seen her play. I've played with her. I've played against her. And let me tell you, she is actually a really, really good support.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those Valorant satisfying moments you love to see. You know, you're getting damage and then right away with the heal coming in from Maharani, it's so damn perfect. But now Rose pushing in through, aggressive as always. Maharani getting the trade, playing the support role, and making sure that she backs up her teammate irrespective of the outcome. 1 to 6, 5-round deficit coming in for the players of Shooting Stars, and yet again, it's going to be Team Rain possibly turning things around and completely changing the tide, but we can't speak about that just yet because we still have a lot of rounds to go, and right now it's going to be it's definitely going to be an interesting one.
It is going to be an interesting one, no doubt about that, but the scoreline is looking pretty dominant for Shooting Stars because, hey, they're the ones on the receiving end, but Casper is going to take down Sway, and that's unfortunate. But no revive as well. The question is, how many points does Maharani need to try and get that revive going their way? But this was not expected. Casper definitely just going into the spray is going to find the opening that they so desperately needed. And now, hey, look, you know, the problem with Rain is that, sure, they are a really strong lineup. They have the composure to get back from a situation like this. But the only issue they've ever had, or they're ever going to have in this tournament, is that they've never really been challenged and put in a situation where they actually need to make an effort to maybe try and play the game in a more respectful manner for their opposition. Because they've just been mowing everyone down. Like, absolutely no doubt. They have been out-skilling, out-aiming, out-playing everyone. And right now, Casper is going to find the second pick as well onto Muffin. So Sway and Muffin, two of the most important fraggers being taken on. We do still have Meow, but oh, look at that. Millie didn't even have time to react over there. And Zach could potentially find out, but Maharani is going to take her down. And I'm not quite sure what to say about this.
Yeah, Meow will be spotting out one. She does use a smoke there as well, which should have given a position away. And she should go in for the peek, and she will get the kill successfully, and the lockdown has been used as well. So this might as well be a successful round for Team Shooting Stars, but they've used the nano. So the nano swarms are definitely an issue when it comes to these situations, but both of them have been popped up. So that is going to be stalling a little bit of time, but Casper managing to get the third, goes in for more, and it's going to be Casper coming in with the quad kill. Nothing is going to stop her now, and nothing is going to let her take, nothing will allow, you know, to let this get away, because Casper is ready, and she has her aim on point right now.
Oh, definitely. Casper stepping up, especially when the team needed it, because hey, 71 would have been really dominant. That is the territory when it starts messing with your mind as well. Because when you look at 7 rounds on the opposition on attack, I mean, sure, it is a map which favors the attackers just a little more, because 3 bomb sites to defend is not easy. It's definitely not easy. But hey, Casper getting a quad kill is definitely going to boost the morale, and all the players are going to be pretty cheery right now. But let's see if they can carry on with this momentum, or do they get taken down once again. And now Maharani being super aggressive onto A shot with the Sage, and we have 2 players coming in from A long as well. smokes popping out, the gravity well coming in. Millie needs to stay alive. She needs to survive, but Snack is going to
Spike
find
down
one.
A.
What's that through the smoke? Oh my goodness.
Okay, this is the rain curse, as I'd like to call it, because the overextension has come in. The train overextension, it doesn't stop right here. Overextension is a huge problem for Team Rain, and it's happened time and time again. Yesterday, it's happened in multiple other matches. It's happened again. So again, good Cosmic Divide coming in from Muffin Loop, but while the Cosmic Divide has been put up, Casper should be taking this angle, but the perfect bait switch setup has been set up. Oh dear God! Inchi not getting spotted out with a 2v2 to work with, and now it's all down to the retake.
It is all down to the retake, but I guess Muffin would have been able to do better with a little more trigger discipline over there because she wasn't spotted. Sure, she could have been by the player on Heaven, but nonetheless, she got a pick, and a really crucial pick at that. It all comes down to Rose all alone now. This is not easy, no doubt about that, but does get the first one, needs to find the second as well. But does she have the time? We'll go around the corner, and in the meantime, Inchi is going to try and stick the defuse, but does she have time? I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. She has time, and she does. Oh my goodness, 0.11 seconds. That is just as close as it gets.
0.11 seconds. That was so damn close, and you could definitely see the faces of all the girls. They were so excited about that one. It got way too close there. Meow pushing in like that, a little careless in my opinion, but either way, Muffin, great kills, didn't have the control, and I don't even think she realized what's going on over there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either, but nonetheless, she did get a really crucial pick, but the problem was that this 0.1 second is literally like 100 milliseconds that caused the entire issue, and it could have went either way, no doubt about that. So yeah, quite nice that the defenders could pull it off, and she's stepping up when she had to, and the entire lineup, not just that, Malik got a pick onto Meow, and Snack got a pick onto Maharani. And for a moment, I thought that was through the smoke, but that smoke actually had a gap. So that is not something that should have happened ideally. But nonetheless, we have a tactical timeout coming in from Rain Muffin once again. Oh, tech pause, a technical pause coming in. And Muffin on the top, no doubt about that, as always. And I would actually be surprised if she isn't the player with most amount of frags in the entire tournament.
Yeah, I think that's already a given. I mean, she plays the controller, she gets the frags, and she gets it wrapped up, and that's exactly what we like to see. And I think if we'd have to say her average score, I mean, the average amount of kills she'd have gotten per game, I think it's safe to say around 25. She's always crossed that threshold very easily. And not that it's of course it's a big deal because your controller is playing so well. Why would the duelist even have to worry after that?
Yeah, well, the duelist had to worry after that, but then again, a duelist is focused on fragging, but a lot of times, duelists like Jet, for example, don't get appreciated as much because more than the frags, the kind of space they can create with the dash is not something that is easily visible to a layman's eye, and I guess that's the reason why a lot of times when viewers see Jets not fragging out, they're like, hey man, they shouldn't be playing the Jet because they're not fragging out. But that's not truly the case. They are contributing to the team in a different manner than you usually would expect, and that's actually pretty crucial as well.
Well, of course, it does seem as though a 5v4 is coming in for these girls, but as they are, what is this strat coming in from them as they quickly go in for the quick push into CT? Snack, completely confused as to what's going on. Will get the first dismissal right away in the jet smoke, but can't survive for any longer as he is going to get the trade.
That is true, but look at that recon coming. So much information being relayed. Marani's going to get taken down. I'm not quite sure what just happened over there. And then again, this was a massive problem because Maharani did not have to overpeak that. I think she was trying to revive. I'm not quite sure if she actually has the other. That she does. And that's the reason why she ended up overcoming over there. But Rose in a 1v3 needs to pull this off, needs to bring it back for the team. Will break the turret. 11 bullets in the waddle to work with. 7 needs to reload as well. But is she going to have enough time to work with? This 15 seconds on the clock, and the clock is taking. She needs to go in, but it is not going to be easy.
10
And look at her,
seconds
just
left.
taking all the time in the world. And I'm not quite sure if she realizes what the exact deal is over here. Will get taken down by Casper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the fourth round coming in for Shooting Stars.
Well, good effort coming in from her, but just not good enough to clutch that one up. And yeah, I think in a 1v3 situation like that, economic damage is useful, but I just reckon it's not going to be doing the exact job right here. But good effort, and yet again, it's going to be looking like the choke point of Rain has come in, because this is when you truly see. I mean, it happened in yesterday's game as well on Bind, I believe, or was it a couple of days ago, where Rain had a terrible time on defense purely because of pretty much overconfidence. And that's exactly what's happening yet again. Meow walking right into the trap that Snack had laid up for herself, and Wayne about to do the same. Yep, this was going to happen, and I saw it coming. It's disappointing. I mean, Green is so good on their maps, but they just choke on certain areas like this.
I'm not quite sure if it's just a choke or it's something else. And I've mentioned this, that they've never really been challenged to the extent that Shooting Stars is capable of. And all they've had to do is just press W, click mouse 1, and get those hits. But Casper, slow down, calm down. You can't be getting so many frags through the smoke.
Well, again, now with the amount that is the amount of challenge that's been put in here, Rose in a 1v4, she doesn't really have much of an option. Will get tagged up by the shock dart, should be able to go in. Bam! Will get the first, going for the reload unfortunately, and Snack is definitely surprised about that one. But it's not going to be much to do here as she gets the second as well. Great round coming in for Shooting Stars, and best case scenario.
Last round before the switch.
Might actually come true for you, Mamba, right now.
It could potentially come true, no doubt about that. But I think even 5 rounds is more than enough to work with on defense on Haven. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this goes down. But obviously now, for the first time, I'm seeing a little bit of stress, a bit of tension on the faces of Team Rain's members and the players. Meow looks a little shaken. So does Maharani. Muffin has always been as calm as a cucumber. So no complaints over there, but hey, this is turning out to be real.
Well, the aggression is definitely looking like it's coming through. As Sway and Meow should be pushing in any minute now. The space they make together as a unit is also strong. But look at this. Attack to Killjoy. It's very, very useful. But Rose is going to manage to get the first and manage to get the second as well. And with the lockdown being commenced upon, it's just going to be a 2v4 for Team Shooting Stars.
That is true, but look at the smiles now. Look at the laughter coming in from Maharani. I think they didn't expect it to go down the way it actually did, but now it is all up to Casper. And Inchi, if I'm not mistaken, but Sway just peeks out, takes down Casper as well. The aggression, oh my god, and Rose can't believe it. She's like, wait a minute. You're not supposed to be doing that, but she does get the pick, and Meow is on the ult, and I'm pretty sure she's going to try and go in for the pick, but Sway being super aggressive towards the defender base, and Inchi is gonna get spotted. Meow missing every single life there was to miss. Will she get taken down? No, she won't, but she will find the frag.
A whiff of the century there, unfortunately, but well, she recovered, and she definitely delivered. So I guess that's what matters at the end of the day. Great round coming in for Team Rain. Definitely, I can expect Shooting Stars to be a little bit disappointed, but hey, getting 5 rounds against them, and especially on the defense, that's even better. So you never know. The attack might be a completely different side of the book that hasn't been explored yet.
That is true, but I don't know if the viewers actually realize this, but on Rose's face cam, we actually saw Badman and one of the other friends show up, and I was just having a conversation before the match, and I told him, hey, you know what, just wave high if you ever drop by on the camera. So they gave Rose a fist bump and they waved high. So it's quite nice to see that the entire community is coming together, and that's how small the esports community is. I don't even call it small, but how tightly knit the community is. So big shout out to Badman for being the moral support for Rose over there, and it's just great to see. It's just great to see old friends show up on screen.
Yeah, I guess so, but for the time being, it seems as though the girls do want to push in aggressively in towards the A bomb site. A triple man stack on A, and this is a classic strategy right now. Look at Meow. Very good patience on her, but if she even makes a single mistake here, it's possibly going to cost her the round. But she isn't as sly as you think she is. She will get the damage done. And she manages to get one as well. That was so beautifully played there. And the person who creates space on the map, has been deleted. And now it's all down to 4 players of Shooting Stars, with one nearly with a foot in the grave.
One nearly in the foot. One nearly with the foot in the grave. Actually had a great part of that, but nonetheless, Rose trying to be aggressive is going to take a lot of damage. Mahani fighting 2 for herself somehow, and needs to fall back. But Sway with the backstab, with the lurk, just making things work. And everything, when it turns out right, just looks so perfect for Rain. But the moment they get challenged, they do get a little miffed. But that initial pick was so important. I'm not quite sure what the idea was, but hey, it worked out. It worked out for them.
Yeah, it worked out beautifully in my opinion, and the way they played that one out with absolute calm and composure, Sway coming in from the backstab and getting the kills, getting the double. Maharani equally converting on some amazing kills. I mean, we do not see Maharani at the top of the scoreboard, but she does her part. I mean, there's nothing more you want from your Sage other than to support you. And Rose, very good understanding coming in from her, as Meow should be getting a free pick. Actually manages to get a triple. Alright then, Meow, calm down, okay? We get it. You're trying to flex your skills on us, and I'm definitely concerned, because Azak is now going to deal with 2 players rushing right at the face as Muffin Loop closes things out 5-9.
Absolutely, but Meow with that important 3k over there, had the SMG, was in the perfect position, is playing the Jet as well. So as long as things work out, no complaints in that department. But those 3 picks were so important, just being as snappy and as clean as she can be, and it all worked out. So as long as they can put on rounds on the scoreboard, I guess no complaints. Yeah,
not at all. And Sway taking the scoreboard by the storm. 16 kills, Muffin with 15, Rose with another 13. So again, you know, I feel like in Team Rain, there's just an equal amount of driving capability on everybody. Okay, then that just nearly pushed me on the edge of my seat. Did not expect her to get that kill. You don't hit those every day, but she surprisingly hits those. And now, with the opportunity in hand, Rose is going to get taken down, unfortunately, which does boil it down to
Spike
just
down
A.
A.
And before I could even say that, it comes down to a 2v3.
it does come down to a 2-3, no doubt. But hey, right now, I guess things can still work out. And we are just trying to be so aggressive with the Vandal. We'll get taken down and we'll pay the price for actually being super aggressive. But Inchi has taken damage. Muffin is on the backstab already. It's not going to realize this. This is going to be the question, but she will get deleted by Muffin Loop and Inchi now on the backstab. And I'm pretty sure that that Muffin is going to have the awareness that, hey, somebody could technically backstab. So we have Maharani just holding off that angle. Then and they'll just wait it out. They will just absolutely wait it out on the spike.
30 seconds
just,
left.
Taking the sweet time and making sure not a single error is made. Marani, good shot. Then it's going to be another round going into the favor of Team Rain, 5-10.
That is true, but those picks were so crucial over here as well, right? Sway being super aggressive, getting that initial pick, even though the information was relayed, and Muffin guarding the spike, being the guardian angel for the spike, making sure that they can't walk away with what they need to, and Maharani as well, just holding off A shots as best as she can. So things are working out for them, no doubt.
Yeah, I agree. And 5-10, Meow going in for the aggressive peek, can't connect the shot, but I think she wants to go in for more, and she connects and delivers.
Spike
A
down,
two
mid.
kill coming in as Sway pushes in from C.
Last player
Dark
standing.
now confused as always, but there's no way in hell she lets Meow get a quad. But Sway coming in, they are hungry, they are greedy, and they're showing zero respect right now. And how could they? This is looking like a complete domination coming in from Team Rain.
This is This is definitely looking like a complete domination coming in from Team Rain, no doubt about that. And no respect whatsoever. Like, the first pick, and Meow did actually manage to miss a shot, but the awareness to get the second and the cockiness to get the third. You gotta respect that, man. Hey, look, I know you think that you're the best team on the server. You don't respect the opposition in the game as much. But that third kill was cocky. There's no denying it. That was just sheer cocky. Like, you know what? You know what, son? I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna delete you, and I'm gonna make you question every single choice you've made that made you end up against me on the server.
I guess so, but good awareness coming in from the players of Team Rain to have an exact idea of what's going on in terms of the recon. Oh, okay then. Sway playing with fire. And either way she tries that, it's going to be Casper landing the kill down onto Marani, and that should initiate the rotation as Casper gets a double. This is so well played. Casper picking up the two most crucial frags for her team right now and putting down the lockdown. This is looking like Trouble City for Team Rain.
This is looking like Trouble City for Team Rain, no doubt. But hey, they are to a two-player deficit. This could still work out if they can get those initial picks that they need to. But look at that. The nades are going to do so much damage. Rose with perfect placement on those nanoswarm nades. And Sway is just waiting, making sure there is no backstab coming in. The retake is going to be extremely difficult, no doubt about that, because Muffin does barely have HP, but I guess they have the cash to work with, and they could commit to it if they can manage to find a pick. But the question is, how are they going to do that? Because I don't see an opening over here.
Yeah, well, neither do I, and with the open, with pretty much Millie playing in the smoke and so close, it is quite dangerous, but as Muffin and Rose both are going to get blocked out for going into the aggressive beat, can't connect the shots, but somehow Muffin manages to trade on a double and Casper gets a third. Rose picking up the AWP right away to save it up for the next round. So yet again, very, very good round coming in for Shooting Stars. They did convert that one out beautifully. The awareness coming in from Casper, especially how she, you know, got the two picks, didn't over-aggress, put the lockdown and helped the team get into a bomb site. That was a very smart play.
That was a very smart play, no doubt about that. And yeah, those two initial picks actually helped them so much. Casper showing us what she's made of, and the skill as well. And I can't imagine if Casper had been with the Rain lineup, it would have been scary. It would have been absolutely scary. But hey, they're playing against each other. They have played together as well back in the past, so they know the tendencies. There's no doubt about that. But Sway just spamming through this smoke, expecting to find a pick, and yet again, just look at them deny map control towards mid.
Yeah, they're not at all going to try to give any map control in, and they want to make sure that they don't stand a chance. And of course, with Team Rain now leading the charge, it's going to be quite difficult to go up against it. But with Rose getting taken out, it's looking as though things are getting slightly easier. Meow, double up top, there it is, the raining knife, but it's not going to connect anything just yet. And she's just going to do a little bit of damage.
She is going to do just a little bit of damage, but obviously did try to get those picks, which could have worked out, no doubt about that, but it just didn't. And Astra barely clinging onto her life on the attackers. Doesn't have a lot of HP to work with, but look at that. The gravity well, the slow up, the flashes, everything coming in on point. And Millie needs to stay alive. Does get one. Can she find the second? That is going to be the question, but they don't need to push. And Casper is going to be on towards A-Long, if I'm not mistaken. This way finding one. Needs to find 3 more players to try and clutch this out, but doesn't have enough time. Can she find the pick onto Millie? But that is going to be the question. Does find one. And I guess she's just gonna sacrifice herself to the spike, I guess, unless she manages to walk away, which won't happen.
7-11, the scores are getting very close, Mamba, like very, very close. I think that Team Rain are definitely being challenged right now, and if things carry on this way, we might as well see an 11-11 very soon.
That is true indeed, and right now, my concern is really how is Rain going to close this out? Because they're so close. They're on the cusp of victory on map number 1, and they need it. They desperately need it because, hey, sure, they might be the better team on paper, but you can never count Shooting Stars out. They can make a comeback, and we've seen them make some incredible plays in the initial stages of the tournament. They were not challenged as well, but hey, I'm telling you, both these teams are really scary.
Yeah, they definitely are. So I think it's a little concerning, but Mia 16K has established the early on control. So she has entire A lobby to work with, and she pretty much has cut off, or at least has bought some more time for her team while the players will try to push in towards a bomb site. But obviously, for now, it's not something that Team Rain want to do just yet. Sway has been taken out, so she has a lot of time to think about things again. But Castle on the other side will be getting the first kill down on the board.
She will be getting the first kill down on the board, no doubt. And Casper, in the meantime, is going to be the one lurking, gets the frag onto Meow, and this is insane. Casper has decided to become the duelist and be the one leading from the front like a true leader, and is getting all these important picks. And it's not easy to do it. Trust me, it's not easy to do, especially when you're playing a Sentinel, because you have so much responsibility, and Rose is going to get taken on, gets baited. You know, 1v5 Muffin doesn't have a lot of cash to work with, but will get taken on as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the 8th round coming up, and yet again, we do see some stress on the faces of Team Rain.
Yeah, and this is. It's safe to say this is probably the second choke coming in the game, and with teams that are so momentum heavy, like Shooting Stars, once you give them over the momentum, to come back and bounce back from that is so difficult. So in my opinion, Team Rain, if they want to make this a win, they've got to pull up their socks right now. Otherwise, it's going to be lights out and game one going over towards Shooting Stars. And the only reason I say that is, yeah, of course, they are ahead by 3 rounds, but what if, and this is a huge what if, what if the momentum truly just shifts over towards Shooting Stars?
Yeah, what if the momentum just shifts over to Shooting Stars? That is possibly, no doubt about that. And I've said this, that they can definitely make a comeback. But here's the difference between every other team and Shooting Stars. Look at the minimap once. No map presence from either of these teams. They know that Rain likes to aggress up. They're just waiting for one moment, one mistake that they can capitalize on. And trust me, Shooting Stars is more than capable of capitalizing on a mistake, because you need to spot those opportunities. And what is going to make Rain even more nervous is the fact that Shooting Stars is giving away zero information. Nil, nada, nothing.
I can't believe it. No aggression being shown from Team Rain, and neither is Team Shooting Stars going to be hitting it, unless it's going to be ticking down to just 30 seconds. And it is, but they might as well be walking right into a trap.
30 seconds left.
We'll spot one as Meow managed to get a double.
Down
And with the double right now, they are doing beautifully, but Millie somehow managing to get the actually drawn onto the side. Rose not being able to shoot it, unfortunately.
planted.
And now a 2v3 is at stake.
A 2v3 at stake with Millie barely clinging on to her life, and Muffin and Sway. 2 players that can definitely turn the tide. But look at that stun coming now. This is the moment they need to go in. This is when they capitalize on all of this. Sway gets one, needs to find the second as well. But do they have enough information to work with? That is going to be the question. And Sway just walking in, but that perfect flying coming in from Millie, that could change the game. And Sway's going to find one more, needs to find the last player. And I think she has information that the last player is towards A long. Breaks down the nano swarm grenade. Is she going to stick it? Is she actually going to stick it? I think not. And Casper having the nerves of steel, not peeking around the corner, and is finally going to go in. And is she going to clutch it out? She is, but Sway does not have time. Unfortunately, she does not. Does she? She does. Oh my goodness. 0.2 seconds. 0.02 seconds. Are you kidding me? That is insanity. This is absolute insanity.
We saw a 0.11, and now we've seen a 0.02. How in the world are these situations even happening? Like, how? Like, what?
If I act superior, it's because I am.
I am with you.
I'm not quite sure what words are going to do justice to what Sway just pulled off, but I'm going to give more credit to Casper for showing nerves of steel that she did. It's not easy. It's not easy being down. It's not easy to have faith in yourself that they're not gonna stick the diffuse, and it almost worked out, almost. But hey, credit to Sway for having that confidence, even at that point, to defuse the bomb and get that kill when she desperately needed to connect that headshot. And both these players, absolute legends of the game. Really, really good.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, the performance right now is just looking oh so good. And of course, with Team Rain, uh, they have reached the match point. But is it, I mean, lights out yet for Shooting Stars? Because they still have pretty much the same determination, the same confidence that they can pull through. But when you have Casper alive, that responsiveness just increases just a little bit more. And Zach will be going into the quick full on.
Spike
This
planted.
looks better and better by the second.
This does look better by the second, but hey, those initial picks are actually helping the attackers, and now this could be a problem with Muffin. Is going to find one Casper. He's going to get traded. This could be a massive problem, but Inji now stepping up when she needs to. Muffin barely clinging on to life, but is she going to survive? She is not. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, keeping things alive, keeping things moving. If not Casper, Inchi steps up when she has to. And let me tell you, Casper, the reason why she is the focus most of the times, more often than not, is because she's been around for a really long time. But trust me, Inchi is no less either. That player has stepped up as every single time the team needed her to step up.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see a little disappointed over there, Muffin. She does try to keep her face as stoic as possible, but for the first time you did see she was a little upset about that one. She did not like missing that one out, but you never know, she might just be in it to take her revenge finally. And with the eco coming in, the revenge will be looking not that doable. But again, I could be very wrong, and I might just be in for a surprise. 12-9, Team Rain going ahead. Look at Sway. What in the world? She's pushing through and aggressing through entire A lobby.
I'm not quite sure where does she find this confidence, but she does manage to pull it off really, really well. And not just that, she gets those frags when she needs to. But it's going to push out. Information's been relayed. Now she's actually going to go through. I'm not quite sure what the idea is over there, but the smoke being popped is actually going to take away the information from Casper that she could actually push out. And Maharani in the meantime is going to... What?
What in the world is going on? Do not tell me right now that Rain might pull off a 3v2 eco.
Spike planted.
That is something that I am not at all ready to accept. Not yet. And while Rose might have not scored and Millie out, but Millie makes the push. Why on dear God are they put in such a situation? And Zach, well, there it is. Oh no, that is just unfortunate. But I still love the fact that Team Shooting Stars have smiles all across their faces because they thought that was a hilarious round. And even though that Team Rain did win that one out on a half buy, or essentially an eco or whatever you want to call it, they pulled that one out with absolute flawlessness. So again, not surprised, but again, I was expecting a little bit of a, I would say, a back and forth. And it was back and forth, but again, there was sort of inconsistencies in the back and forth. So again, impressive stuff coming in from Team Rain as always. Now, the next map is going to be very interesting, and we all know that. Grand Finals. First map already has been handed over right over towards Rain, but will Shooting Stars answer back on the map of Bind?
I'm not quite sure if it's been handed over or not, but it was one hell of a contest, especially that round where Casper and Sway ended up in a 1 versus 1, 0.02 seconds. Doesn't get closer than that. It's literally a game of such impossible margins that you can't ever believe that this could be the differentiator, and we could have still been playing the map. The first map had Sway actually not gotten that diffuse. And when we talk about the M27Q gaming monitor, for example, we say 0.5 seconds, 0.5 milliseconds response time.
Yeah,
There's a reason why we stress on it so much, even though there are other monitors with 0.1 milliseconds. That 0.5 could be the differentiator in between you getting the kill or not, winning the round or not, winning the first map or not. And the best example over there is Sway with a 0.02 millisecond diffuse.
I mean, literally, she played that one out beautifully. But I do believe that we are still going to be heading in for a break before we can hop right into the next map of full-blown action. action. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready with your popcorns, get ready with all your drinks stacked up, because we're going to be right back with a whole lot of action right after this break.
Baby, why you act so cold? That little dress hotter than July. Your mama said look out for guys like me, but you keep on cheating out the corner of your eye. I'm trying to be calm, act so cool, but there ain't no use trying to hold it inside. Before another comes and makes me a fool, I'm gonna look you right in the eye. Do what you feel, do what you like.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Showstopper Series Women's South Asia League by AORUS and Intel. And this is the grand finals going on right now. We're done with map number one. That is Haven. That went to Team Rain. Now, the second map is going to be Bind. And obviously, Shooting Stars looking to make a comeback and push it to its limits. And also go to map number three and go the distance and battle it out on Icebox. If I'm not mistaken, Icebox is the third map, Shreya. But the first game, again, back and forth. No doubt, Rain were really dominating the rounds they had. But apart from that, Shooting Stars did not shy away as well.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, they put up a tough fight, and the tough fight was definitely was putting up a concern on the faces of Rain. But this was probably just one of those matches where I actually got to see Rain worried. Because you could see that at certain points throughout the match, they had somewhat of a mess. They were like, we're not sure what's going on. They were a bit down, but then they picked themselves back up, went ahead, and pretty much so far, Rain has been spot on with their performance. Yes, there has been some inconsistencies in terms of the way they are overextending their peaks and just small edits, but I'm pretty sure they all very much are aware of that. And at this point of time, it's just ego peaking. So I'm just putting that as the safest bet on the table right now. But Bind, I mean, I am totally interested to see how Rain decides to play their defense on this map because we know they don't play defense like defense.
Oh, they don't. They absolutely don't. They played it the last time that we saw them. They were playing defense, but somehow they ended up on the attack spawn.
Yeah, essentially. I mean,
So
yeah, I mean, pretty much. I don't know what's gonna even happen today, but I mean, any predictions?
um, look again, difficult. It's really difficult to make a prediction. But if anything, the older performance was a benchmark for Rain, then it could potentially end in a 2-0. No doubt about that.
Yeah, maybe so. And Ringen has just been one of those dominating powers in the community for a long time now. It's been years, and we've been talking about Rain since the CS:GO, maybe female tournaments. So they've come a long way. Of course, not the entire original roster has stuck throughout, but some of the names like Sway and Meow and Rose have been sticking together, and that's great to see. And again, hats off to these girls for pulling through and still competing at such a high level, not only in female tournaments but also in any other regular tournament. So again, big shout out to AORUS and Intel for making this platform happen for these women. And of course, as always, I can't wait to see the action just to start right up. And let's hop right into the map of Bind.
We are the draft of US way yet again on the arena, no doubt. And Mia is going to be playing Grays. We have a Sky coming in on Maharani and a Sky onto Zack, which is quite interesting. And Millie on the Omen. We still have Muffin on the Astra. Muffin doesn't care. Just give me the Astra and be done with it. And I'm just surprised that she's not picked up the duelist not even once because imagine Muffin playing Jet. I don't know if she mains the Jet or not, but with the firepower she has, she would be pretty scary to play against. But more or less the same lineup, except for the Smoker, the controller, which is going to be Astra versus Omen.
Yeah, I mean, from what I know about Muffin personally, as her own teammate, she does play duelist a lot, but surprisingly, she prefers. She originally was playing the duelist role, and she did it amazingly, of course. But for some reason, we've converted her into an Astra main. So props to me for making her, to force her to do that. So Muffin, if you're watching this, you know that props to me. I made you the Astra main, and well, either way, jokes aside, Muffin. I mean, she's a powerhouse of a fragger, and so are all the other girls. So pretty much, the performance right now coming in for them is impeccable.
It is impeccable, no doubt about that. And Shreya, the one who sees talent in everyone. So pretty good work over there. Nonetheless, we're gonna go live with Bind, and we will have Rain start off as the defenders, along with Shooting Star starting off as the attackers, quite obviously. And the lineup, once again, Omen, Sky, Reina, Killjoy, and Raze. The only difference is going to be the Astra onto Muffin. on Team Rain. And are we going to see the same aggression or not? We will find out. But ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 in the grand finals, and we have Rose aggressing out towards B-Long, trying to find some information. And is she going to stay? Does she want to find a pick? It does look like it, and will play up close and personal, but does get one, will quickly get traded. But that is not going to be enough. That is absolutely not going to be enough for the attackers, and Meow playing really close as well with the classic, has Kevlar to work with, but she is going to be going up against Inchi, who's playing Reina and has overhealed as well. So just trying to make sure that nobody pushes through the smoke. Knew for a fact the smoke was going to go away, but look at this lurk coming from Maharani, finding one. As a matter of fact, it's going to be Sway who's going to peek around the corner. Can she find a second? That is going to be the question, and Maharani needs heals, but she can't reveal herself. Can she? Snack is going to go down as well. It all comes down to Zach on the A-bomb side. The plant is going to come in. That is not going to be easy to defend.
Definitely not. I mean, these girls, they literally do their best to sandwich and cave into the players. So if Zach has to pull this one off, it's going to be quite difficult. She does manage to get the dink in, but the right click isn't going to work, whereas Muffin comes to the rescue right through labs and clutches this round up. Great stuff coming in for Team Rain, and they definitely don't fail to surprise us. I mean, this is, again, just history repeating itself, but we're seeing a more steady, a more composed and calm Rain, instead of the rush, ego being type of Rain. So yeah,
I think they've decided to hold back with a little more restraint. And wait, that doesn't make sense. Scrap that. But they have decided to play with a little more restraint and just hold back a bit, and not just go out there and peek every single angle that is possible. But nonetheless, they do manage to walk away with the first round, and we are still seeing them play a little aggressive. It's not passive by any means, and sure, you could say by the standards of Rain, they are playing a little passive, but I don't think that's enough. But hey, they don't have to worry about it. They know how to play aggressive, so I guess we just roll with it. In the meantime, Maharani is going to use a flash onto A shot to find some information, but is that going to be enough? She knows nobody's on A shot, and it could be a B take come up, but in an eco with 2 Spectres playing inside hookah. And this could backfire, but I guess the trades are going to come in nonetheless. And Sway has pushed up A-long. She could find a frag, but she has been spotted. The other Tasmanian Tiger coming up, and that is going to stun one of the players. That it will. But look at Sway. How is she still surviving? I'm not quite sure. The heal coming in, and this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect.
yeah. Well, the
remaining.
eco
Spike
against
down B.
the Spectres and the Vandals, we all know how that's going to be turning out. But if she has managed to get a Spectre, can't connect the shots, and that's going to be Rose closing things out. Great round coming in for Team Rain with only 1 loss of the Spectre. I consider that as a pretty good round.
I would consider that as a pretty good round as well. But then again, it wasn't really a buy coming in from Shooting Stars, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. But Rose found that first pick. Meow just chiming in as well inside hookah, and all in all, just a great round coming in for Rain. So we're just gonna wait it out and see what happens in the first buy round coming up. And Rain are going to be playing it on the bonus, but Sway, is she gonna be that aggressive once again? That is one question that I would definitely want to see the answer to, because hey, we've seen her aggress out more often than not and just destroy the opposition. But Maharani playing so close, and Casper is going to get taken down. A really crucial frag coming in, and if Inchi goes down as well, then making a comeback for the attackers is going to be really, really difficult.
That is not entirely wrong, but now Maharani this time going in for the Sky instead of the Sage. That was definitely an interesting pick, because she usually is the one who mains Sage, and she makes heads pop with the Sage as well. So again, Maharani now has the opportunity in her hands, and she should possibly make a push in through, because clearly the man advantage is something you want to cherish ahead. But oh, Millie, she will get spotted out, and that might be a plus, but Meow is blind at the back. Oh no, Millie doesn't even check the angle. So the close range fight that comes in from Meow is actually handed to her on a silver platter. Sway coming in with the quad, and that closes things out really quickly.
That does close things out really quickly, no doubt about that. And yeah, quite unfortunate for Millie not having checked the angle on the right side. Just walked in, but it's a massive slip up on her end. I'm not gonna be easy on that one, at least, because you need to check your angles. You definitely need to check your angles when you go out, especially after you flash them. All you need to do is just have a quick glance. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, Meow probably didn't stand a chance. if Millie would have checked that, but still. Now, here we are, 3-0. Rain will get spotted out into its hookah, and Sway is already making damage on the other side of the site with Millie taken out. So the smokes have disappeared from the side of pretty much Team Shooting Stars. And now, this is going to be pretty interesting to witness because Muffin Loop, she's holding an interesting angle on top of the containers, and with the eco coming in from these girls as well, the solo peek from Inshi is not at all going to benefit her.
That is true, and I actually like the approach from Muffin. And it's not just about the angle being, an off angle or something, but it's also about, hey, just hold an angle where taking damage is not even a possibility. Nobody's going to expect you on top of the container peeking B-Long. Nobody. And she gets a frag. Look at Sway just rushing in towards B-Long. She's going to have the easiest frag of life. Guess what? Finds the second as well. And I guess Sway's like, hey guys, I want to make a montage. Can you just make sure that you guys keep them engaged and keep them distracted? Zach, in the meantime, is going to be creeping up, and do they have this information? That is going to be the question. But Muffin with the awareness of a monster. She does turn around, smelling blood, smelling fear, and gets a pick onto Zach and closes the round down 4-0 in the favor of Team Rain.
That things are definitely looking a little brighter now, and with Muffin Loop getting that kill onto Zark, I mean, it pretty much shows that they have a lot of good awareness of what's going on around the map. Now, this event, of course, it means a lot to a lot of women out there, so the competitive spirit is definitely not going to die out any minute, anytime soon. But here it is, Sway, for the first time not aggressing. I've seen her aggress pretty much every time she's off of the observer's eyes, and this time that she is, this time that she was, she didn't. And well, all I can say is that is so unfortunate, but the Empress has been caught, and Snack will get spotted out. Ashley goes in for the white sneak and will get the kill successfully. Perfectly done there. And now with 8 bullets in the chamber, she's going to quickly reload it right up and is going to try to make her team's life a little bit easier. Meow, good positioning coming in for her in towards Hookah. And with the 4v5 to work with and 1 minute on the clock, this is going to be pretty interesting to see. But Meow now spotting out one, will get a free kill down onto Inshi and should be popping in that nade just for safety security and specifically for safety measure.
That is true, but one thing that we didn't really notice is the timing of the nanoswarm grenade coming in from Rose. The moment Mia was about to peek, I don't know if that's communication or just map awareness, but that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. And so he could actually backstab from A-Long, but she's decided to go the other way. And coming from A-Shot, gets the first one, needs to find the second as well. It's all down to Sky all alone. In a 1v5, but can she pull it off? Nope, absolutely not.
Well, things seem to be wrapping up really quickly on the side of Team Rain for the first time. Rain is actually not aggressing, and even if they are taking calculated, calculated risks. So, and those risks are actually turning into rewards. So, I mean, props to them. They have definitely controlled their aggression. They have definitely worked on making, I would just say, irresponsible choices, and this time around they are making pretty smart choices. So yeah, 16k with the boombot in hand will get ready to make some damage happen.
She will get ready to make some damage happen, no doubt about that, but really is going to be pretty aggressive towards B-Long, trying to find an initial pick, but Meow is also being super close. Rose is going to be there to back her up, but does she have enough time? Is Meow going to get taken up? What?
Oh, I think she timed out.
I think she did.
Oh no, she timed out. That is, that's unfortunate.
But we can see a camera though.
Yeah, I guess there is some issue there with the network, but either way, even if she does get taken down, guess who comes to the rescue? Rose and Sway. Coming right around the corner to take the players of Team Shooting Stars out. So Team Shooting Stars right now are nothing other than sitting ducks because they are not able to answer back to the amazing firepower that Team Rain has.
That is true. They've not been able to find the answer to the firepower that Team Rain has, and it's not going to be an easy answer as well, because it's not just the firepower, it's the sheer confidence, the flanks, a lot of things at play. Sway, 15 frags, 0 deaths, 0 assists, all while she's being as aggressive as humanly possible.
Yeah, I mean, okay then, Sway pop off with the double. Alright then, I guess these things are just Sway things, and they're gonna keep happening day after day, night after night, and she finally shutting down Sway's aggression, where she's
Last player standing.
unfortunately
Spike
die
down
away,
A.
but Snack. Good stuff coming in for her. 1v2 goes in for the quick rotation through the teleporter, and the utility is still there on the B bomb side, but none of it has been actually set up for the side plant. So it does seem as though the players are going to go in for the retake, and the retake shouldn't be that tough just yet.
It shouldn't be that tough just yet, no doubt about that. But Snack's gonna peek around the corner. It's going to be a 1v2, and it's not going to be easy for her to defend this. But at the same time, she's trying her best. We have Muffin trying to come in with the backstab, but Rose is going to clean her up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the 7th round coming in. So the moment I mentioned that, hey, Sway hasn't died, she goes hard and dies.
Yep. Fastest curse it is. And, well, a little bit of a friendly gravity well there. And Muffin is just giving a nice little nod, saying, hey, it's alright. Hey, let me just bully you just a little bit. And with the score of that, I'm not surprised. I do appreciate the fact that how Casper and Millie did come in to protect each other, but instead they actually ended up lining up the kill for Sway. So that was rather unfortunate, but great effort here from Snack as well. She tried her best on low HP, getting baited in from 2 angles. It must have been tough there. But now a change of pace finally from the players of Team Rain. They are changing the positions now.
They are changing the position, no doubt about that. But right now, for the first time, it does look like the attackers, that is Shooting Stars, have things under control because they have a man advantage. Millie's going to go aggressive. There's one more pick, and now she needs to find the second as well, but can she find it? Muffin is going to be on the rotation in a 2v4 retake along with Rose, and maybe this is going to be the round where Shooting Stars start making a comeback in the first half and get a respectable amount of rounds on the scoreboard so that they can actually make a comeback. But I'm not quite sure why. Yeah. What? The fact that she survived over there was quite interesting. But yeah, you don't need to break the turret after the Killjoy dies. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, I guess the Killjoy nerf instincts do kick in sometimes, and I mean, do you even remember when you had to still take down the turret even after the Killjoy was dead? I mean, that used to be such a pain, and God bless that nerf, but still, I mean, Killjoy, she's a whole other character as a whole, you know, when she gets put on a map like Bind or even Ascent.
That is true, and I still remember it. There have been times where the Killjoy actually dies, but the turret clutches around, so it's literally 0v1, and you lose it on, and that's not a nice feeling. Let's just say that, and that Pain Shell is not going to land in the perfect position, but I guess that gets the job done, and Meow being super aggressive once again. So anybody who tries to peek around the corner is going to face the wraith of Meow, and in the meantime, look at this. Meow just pushing in. I don't think it's quite necessary over here to just go in like that and just wait it out. But she can hold off the push if they decide to come back. But they've decided to go into a CE bomb side. And I'm surprised that Rain actually did not have the foresight to see this.
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate's gone down, the positioning has been given away, so why not rotate over? But good Boombot coming in as Sway will be spawning out one, escapes the paranoia, and will be getting the kill successfully. Now 16k. Satchel will be very well heard, and while Sway will get taken down, it's going to be all down to Snack yet again, being left all alone in these situations. The Satchel doing nothing other than just pushing her back to Marani. With the wide swing, landing a shot right to Snack's skull. Things are looking up for Team Rain, but Shooting Stars, they aren't really sparkling just yet.
That is true indeed. And for now, I guess we just wait it out and see what actually goes down. But we saw a lot of aggression coming from both the teams and the confidence as well. But Snack was unfortunate that she got taken down as the last person standing. I mean, it's never easy to be in a 1v situation and try and clutch it out for your team. But Casper's been struggling this game. 0 frags, 0 assists, and 8 deaths. And that's the same case with Zach as well.
Things are looking pretty rough right now, but now here it is, Zach making a difference. But how in the world do you get a double headshot like that in Muffin right
Spike
through the
down,
smoke?
B.
Okay then. Do you want to make them cry? Because it seems like that's the case. Millie tried to go into the fake teleporter. Teleport didn't work out. But with Meow 16 porting her out, oopsie, there it
Player
is.
standing.
That is exactly
Spike
what I
down,
expected
B.
to happen, and it did with Sway right around the corner, getting the kill down as well. Now they're just spamming in flashes through the teleport, very much aware that it is going to be Inchi on the A bomb site. And if she's lucky enough, she can actually pretty much make her way back in, get a single heal, maybe even try to make a play off of this, with Inchi surviving nearly on her deathbed. Rose is going to come in with a quick running gun and hits the shots perfectly. And you can see she's happy about that. She is laughing.
I can imagine why. I can completely imagine why she would be laughing about that. And they've been having a good run. Not just a good run. They've not dropped a single map in the entire tournament. That is how dominant they've actually been. And it's great to see that the Hiring Stars will be able to make a comeback because, hey, you need your captain to lead from the front, and Casper has not been able to step up. It's unfortunate. It's probably just a bad game because I know for a fact she's more than capable of going toe to toe with any player on the server right now, and it's not easy. It is not. I'm just gonna give her the benefit of doubt, but look at me being by me, and so we're deciding to just wait it out until the smoke fades out, and well, she's still going to pay the price. Zach finding one more, so reducing it to a 3-3, but the Raze barely has any HP to work with, and she can be healed by Maharani, but the question is, oh wait a minute, Maharani's dead. So yeah, she is not going to get any heal whatsoever. Rose finding one, but a quick trade coming in from Zach is going to equalize the situation once again. The Killjoy has a lockdown on the defender's side, and Rose has found some information that we do have somebody towards the bomb side, and Muffin just waiting down. Oh my goodness! This is big! This is massive.
This is huge because Muffin has actually let go of the
30 seconds
entire
left.
CT control, and now with the information being relayed over, Zach should be going in for the plant. Rose should come in from short, which is exactly
Spike
what she's
planted.
doing. But yet again, this is not a surprise, and Muffin goes into the astral form in the wrong timing. And while that is a great opportunity, it's now all down to Rose with 72 HP to work with. Will spot one, gets the headshot right to the nail, and now she has to care for heavens. But there it is, yet again another round being given over towards Shooting Stars. What
Last
a
round in the
huge
half.
mistake coming in from Muffin. I mean, she's usually very attentive about these things, but somehow she let that thing go.
Somehow she did let that thing go, no doubt about that. But again, it's just unfortunate that it didn't work out for Team Rain, but Shooting Stars played it pretty well. Millie's push from the B bomb side, just sneaking in and walking all the way towards the A bomb side was massive. That was so good, and that was, I think, the most important play of that round, and it worked out. But look at that, Nate. This is, oh man, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. It was well planned, but pretty badly executed,
Spike down,
and
B.
they would have not lost out on a player over here had the nade landed in the place that it was intended to. So you can't, I can imagine you missing shots, but missing nades. I mean, not at this level.
Not at this level, but you never know. Sometimes the whiff of a nade is also a thing, and again, the unexpected happens. But Casper will get pushed out, and now even though she is in the pink of health, she manages to convert this round beautifully. And it's all down to Maharani. Will spot the spike out, will get the kill,
Spike
knows
down,
that she's
B.
pressing in towards CT, and Inchi has an answer to give for herself. Great round coming in for Team Shooting Stars, and the first half commences with a
Switching
93
sides.
scoreline.
The first half commences with a 93 scoreline, no doubt about that. But for now, I guess we'll just wait it out and see what happens in the second half, because hey, as defenders, Rain have been just as dominating as they can be, and on the attack, we know how they play. We know the kind of aggression they have, And Sway with 20 frags in one half. In the meantime, just look at the contrast on the entire scoreboard. The lowest number of frags is 1 and the highest is 20. That's a massive, massive gap between both the teams.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that Sway is kind of farming Team Shooting Stars right now. I mean, with 20 frags to come up in the first half, obviously you've been doing something right. You've had your caffeine, you've definitely been ready and awake to witness the gameplay. So I guess she's just been doing something right all along. But Sway, no worries whatsoever as she rushes right in. And with the aggression that she's showcasing right now, it doesn't seem like it's too much of a concern just yet.
It doesn't. You're right about that. It doesn't look like it is too much of concern yet, but the bomb is going to get planted, and Mia is going to be super up close and personal. She did sash it in. Has taken some damage as well, but oh my god, look at the right click. Millie is going to get taken down, and now this is looking problematic. The flash being lined up, but is that going to be enough? I'm not quite sure. Mia finding one more on Zach, and Snack, while she is backstabbing, she is going to get overwhelmed by everyone. And Sway just trying to find every single flag that she can. She just wants it so bad.
Yeah, and I can believe why. I mean, a beautiful pistol round coming in from Team Rain. And now that Team Rain has picked up the pistol round as well, it's safe to say that the next round or two is going to go in their favor because, well, they have the pistol round, they are going to buy up Spectres and even Phantoms if Sway is feeling that confident, which she definitely is. Muffin and Sway picking up the Vandals, and Team Shooting Stars going in for the Force. Now, they do want to play this one over, maybe to an overtime. I think that's the idea here. If they get lucky with an extra round, it's going to be even better for them. But, okay, then Sway completely a mad woman as she pushes in through. And if Snap does get checked, this is going to be a complete waste of a buy. How in the world does she get spotted out there? You've got to be kidding me, man. I mean, Shooting Stars, you can see they are so upset right now. They don't even know what's going on. And Casper, even though she is a mad woman in terms of aiming, Millie is still trying her level best to convert on a couple of kills and she gets a double. Oh, okay.
And she just pushes out, and now I think Rose knows there is somebody on the side. She does hear the reload. Knows exactly where she is. Does get the frag, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to get Team Rain to 11 rounds, and they only need 2 more to close out the game and the entire match. So hey, 2 more rounds and they will be crowned the champions, the ultimate showstopper in the Showstopper Series by AORUS and Intel. But what is really interesting is the fact that Sway somehow knew that Snack was right below her.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I think she really is just getting so lucky with these certain picks, and it's just a game sense shining through, and it also shows that she's just better. But Muffin Loop managing to get the kill, whereas Meow 16K is using a judge on the other side of the map. You've got to be kidding me. What in the world is going on?
B.
I'm not quite sure what in the world is going on, but that's a lot of domination. I'm not going to lie about that. Millie's going to get taken down, and so is Casper. And this time around, Muffin Loop making sure that she chimes in as well, and like, hey, Sway, you know what? I can frag out as well, but it's not going to be enough this time around. Sway's just been on a completely different level.
Yeah, I mean, Sway has essentially been that agent to make space to go aggressive, and she's been doing it again and again, time after time. Yeah, a couple of games she played Sova, but big deal. I mean, she even, fragged out in that. So, match point it is, and a pretty wonky buy for Shooting Stars. A one-sided affair, unfortunately, in the map of Pine. And, again, things are looking very hopeful right now for Team Rain, but you never know. Shooting Stars, what if is the real question. What if something new, something different happens this time around?
True, what if something different happens this time around? And right now the flash did go in, but I'm not quite sure if that is going to help a lot. And yeah, that turret was quite interesting as well. But nonetheless, we do have the Sky Heat Seekers coming in, which is going to be of massive help. But Meow finding, whoa, wait a minute, how do you find 2 with the just like that? But Sway being aggressive. Now it all comes down to Zach all alone in a 1v5, and this is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Is this going to be the last frag? Is this going to be the last one? Zach needs to bring it back. A lot of weight on her shoulders, but the showstopper coming in. Meow, is she going to go for it? That is going to be the question. Has spotted the player, and now this is when it ends. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our champions, Team Rain, the ultimate showstopper in the Showstopper Series, Women's South Asia League by AORUS and Intel. And incredible work over here, incredible work. And what's interesting is the fact that we don't see any emotions coming in from no, from Rain. Even though we saw them win, and they were just like, hey, I guess another day at work.
Hello everyone, what's up? What a match, guys! What a match! I missed a lot of it, but yes, what a match! I have to go right now and interview Team Rain. So yes, thank you all for joining. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So yes, bye bye bye. Gotta go, gotta go.